Sorry,
like,
what's
watch
that?
over him as he goes to Waterdeep, the ruins of Waterdeep, looking
You gotta
for
work
whatever
on that?
anything he could find that happened to you.
You don't know where your stuff is.
We got and we've got Usador on the phone. We got.
Did you not leave it?
But you got Steve, who's a paladin. He is a tank.
We got.
You would have had it.
We got
Druid who
myself
can tank
who's
too.
playing as Usador as well, young Usador, the son of
The
Usador.
fake.
And we got the DM, who's also somewhat piloting Rama,
Who
the half elf.
had a lovely haircut by fire.
Unfortunately, yes, it's true. You assaulted a 16-year-old that was doing nothing.
I know he's 16.
He looks young.
Is he that old?
Yeah. He has to
He could
be,
be a
unfortunately,
shapeshifter.
story-wise. Yeah. Story-wise, he has to be at least 16 because 15 years in the future means it would still be a year before he met you. You know.
So you guys are currently resting. Put your pieces on the board. That is the Goblin Throne, where Grak, the Goblin Chief, that controlled the keep maintaining of the sewers by his farming of gelatinous cubes and various other.
Do you have a good character for me? A good guy for me to use to represent my new character? I'm always cycling through the guys.
Did I took Sirius last week, didn't I?
Yeah, but I thought you brought in all your stuff. I didn't look.
Yeah, I'm not here either.
So too. I don't know where it is.
I was here last week.
Adam's got this stuff.
Yeah, I think it's a
I
female
like a
dwarf
quarterstaff
wizard.
if possible. Something with quarterstaff. That's my guy's old reliable. Old quarterstaff he uses to wander to
I
and
do
fro.
have these are drow casting their altar classes.
Oh, I'll use that. That looks cool. There we go. I'll use this cool guy to represent. Look at how awesome that looks. Eldritch Blast.
Oh, I
Eldritch
do have staff wielding.
Do you have staff building? Let's see.
That's Lisa, actually.
Oh,
That-
all right. I got this guy.
There's others. These are just elves and stuff.
All right. I kind of like the way that this guy looks, even though he's He's a drow.
I do have a wizard. You're welcome to paint for your guy.
Yes. All right. Cool. Well, he can help represent. So here's the guys we got. Boom.
I might have
Down here, and I got some mirror.
I might have a better,
And here's today's setup.
such as it is for now.
Yeah, it was the same
Such
one
as
last
it
week,
is
right?
for now,
Yeah.
apparently.
Pack lead.
Pardon me?
I was still the pack lead guy last week.
Yeah. So here's some more.
All right.
Is there one in here that's better for you?
I kind of like that guy that you gave me, but I'll look through there as the game goes on. How about that? I'll let you get back to the DMing, and
Looks like they wearing
and if the game is on while the game is going on, yeah, just give it. Just give it over.
I'm looking for one from you now.
What now? What you need one too? What?
Too many.
What's he playing as? A warlock? Oh, that guy looks awesome. What about this guy to represent?
I have Tim the Enchanter. I actually have a Tim the Enchanter.
Oh, awesome. All right. Well, I guess that's that.
Which is good.
Ooh. Oh, it's a tough call. It's a tough call. Look.
There's other
badass.
options. Just take this off me.
And then you got this badass. So close. I don't know what to do. Oh, no, this guy blasting. He's blasting, buddy. I'm gonna use him for now.
Yeah, but I don't have a specific one with a black card.
You think better this one?
This guy looks more like my guy, though. This guy looks more like I envision my guy. All right, I'll take this guy. I'll take this guy. He looks better like it. He does look better. Darn it. Show me a more accurate representation.
I'm not sure. Maybe you got swept back here. Already got swept back here behind in the shuffle.
And behold the character class that I was allowed to use.
I don't
That's
see it
right.
floating around back here, man.
And it's OP, buddy.
So-
It is OP.
Hey Adam, what do you guys say?
OP.
How many first level, second level, third level spells do I get?
Those
That's
right
your
in the
Paladin
book.
5e. Yeah, go to your Paladin section.
Yeah.
It's like
Literally,
3,
there's a
3, 4.
column.
I think it's 3, 3, 4.
It's a column that has your stuff.
I don't remember what piece it was to find for you. You need an elf with a sword.
It was just you like the pack blade aspect of it because that's the weapon I was using. But now I'm not using
Oh, right.
pack
Okay,
blade.
so 12th level.
Yeah, I'll take a look. I'll take another.
Hey, can you go to the site and make sure that it's playing?
I can in a minute. I got some stuff I'm doing.
Dude, you're gonna make me use your mouse for you.
Now people are going to see me on camera.
Possibly. No. I'm giving it away.
Where's one of these guys?
There we go.
So many.
All right.
What do you get next
So
up
we
on
know that
that?
it's working.
Saturday?
Why do I always put it? It's always tilted.
Like
It
it should be on the table. I
always
never
like-
moved anything off the table except from Carl's stuff.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
think
what I thought
I don't
maybe-
think I packed it away in Carl's thing.
Thought maybe you switched them because you put down.
No, that makes it
Five.
worse, so it has to go lower.
No, I don't. I don't fully know, my friend.
Definitely on here last week.
Oh, it's right there on the table, isn't it? Beside the water elemental. Beside the water elemental. No, beside the water elemental. On your right. On your right. On your right. On your right. On your right.
No.
The table on your right.
Oh, yeah.
No, the table on your right.
That's
Let's
not
find
our
out.
elemental.
Is it there?
No, that's like a zombie.
Oh, that was our reincarnated
Oh,
friend.
It wasn't on that table. Looks like we're just gonna have to do the best we can.
Yeah,
with
just
what we
pick one.
have.
just pick another one.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Let's see if I got Adam in frame.
How many do we have right now?
I don't know where my stuff is. It's gone.
Put yourselves in the spot.
Is it you?
Yeah, that's me.
I don't like that headgear.
I like
There's
it.
Tim the Enchanter.
My guy's wearing
It's ceremonial.
half
It's
plate.
like, what does it really do?
My guy's wearing half plate. So I like it. You want to click like watch now for that thing?
Yeah,
Let's get that. It's super annoying. Yeah. Get out of here, you. There we go. Yes, yes.
All right.
It's working.
Any chance it's still in the car hunt? Probably not, eh?
It's working.
I haven't looked, but I didn't
I don't think this guy's too much.
see it.
Very different than the other. Yeah, it turns out the Graks.
Looking for
Oh, we should probably get some dice out. That's a good idea.
Okay, so
Yeah.
here I'll get you a set. Hey, you can borrow some off Steve actually. He's got some right there. Okay.
I think I found it.
You think you found your stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, are we good to go here?
Oh, this was yours. I think I stole this from you a while ago. Right? I did, right?
Maybe.
Resting at the goblins.
You're resting at the Goblin Stronghold. That is empty. There is no signs of life in the sewer. It seems safe. Rama scouted. He believed it to be safe. Long enough for him to take his 4 hours. He asks Usador if he would mind casting before he rests.
Are we having a short or a long rest, guys?
I need to have a
You need
longer
to
rest.
if you're leveling up, you need to take a long rest.
Okay. Yeah, but you didn't say it was short or long.
You need a long one for leveling up.
All right.
So, Rama and Tella. Jay, would you be kind enough to cast Seeming if you can?
What's that?
Seeming, honey.
Before you rest, could you cast Seeming on Tello and Rama?
Yeah, and then I sleep and like recharge or.
Doesn't he lose
Yeah, I can
concentration?
do that. Seeming.
What is it?
Seeming is not concentration.
Seeming is not concentration. Wow,
That-
that's just
remember,
really spell. That's right. That's right.
It
Just
lasts. It
really
lasts. And it lasts for fucking age.
Like, yeah, like 6 hours or something.
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't it like a crazy amount of time?
Yeah.
Spells OP.
So, Tello and Rama take off. Okay.
Should I not be using this little table here on?
No, go on. If you need it.
Oh, there's another one right over here.
You need it. I just. Like stuff within range.
Good.
Are we gonna take the time to ID the equipment we got from Carl's? We got all that, right?
Well, you're IDing and stuff like in a sewer, which I guess you can do it. You
Spells.
can do it.
Right? Before you rest, Jay, are you casting Identify on all the stuff we got from?
I've got scrolls of Identify. I don't have the spell slotted.
Scrolls work the exact same. I know you have a bunch too. I have some.
I think I've got like 5.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 things to identify. That is convenient.
Are we convinced they're worth identifying?
Yes, these are all the things that we were convinced were worth identifying.
Okay, done. My scrolls are gone.
Okay.
All right, fine. So, all right. So this is going to kind of trigger that one thing. You fine with that?
No. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, we'll do that when we all get back together. Okay.
Yeah.
So you still have your scrolls, Jay. We'll do it when we all get back together.
Okay. Either way.
Okay. So you guys are resting. You're rested. Boom, and just like that, you're level 12.
I also have to declare, like I said, that while you guys were taking a rest before it happened, I used the full belly bravery, and I used some rabbit that I had pre-provisioned with me. Told a few stories about how Waterdeep fell. You can ask Adam for further elaboration on that. Cooked us a nice meal, and now when you guys wake up, everyone has temporary hit points of an additional 15 temporary hit points. You're immune to charm and fear, and all of your saving throws are +4 right now.
And if you're close to Steve, it's an additional plus 5.
Yeah, so it's +9 total.
These aren't like permanent; they're temporary. So.
And this is as long as you have those temporary hit points. So as long as you have
This is
your
because of this is because of your character?
Class
Correct.
ability, yeah.
That's right. Actually, as someone who worked in an inn for many years,
Class ability is
I know what it's like to be able to prepare a well-cooked meal and entertain some travelers with stories. And as a result, you get very well rested and are more perceptive and sharp when you wake up.
Okay.
Yep.
I took that all down from the chat.
Yeah, buddy. The full belly bravery, baby.
So
Thanks for the rabbit.
Yeah,
So,
everyone has provisions right now.
It's a delicious rabbit. I have
resistant.
something in the seasoning.
you're already you're already resistant to charm, but now you're immune to charm, right?
Immune to charm, immune to fear, and
Yeah, it was always because
+4.
You're
saving
resistant to
throws.
charm. You're immune to sleep.
Until you lose that additional 15 hit points that you have right now.
So basically, as soon as you get hit,
Sure.
it's
As soon
gone.
as we get it.
Yeah.
But if you still get the +5 when he's around, if you're around me.
If you're on him, then my +3 wears off. But it's worth 15 HP. That's
Yeah,
a really good
That's
ability.
good. Well,
That's
a
the
good buff.
ultimate commoner innkeeper class
Yeah.
ability. That's that's it. That's the level 10, buddy. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's
the
it.
ultimate ability.
Okay, so the party, place yourselves in the throne room where you want to be. I'll describe it again for those who weren't part of this adventure when you first came here. This is the throne room of the goblin chieftain Graks, who fell a long time ago.
Throw in the stove.
Yeah.
I just saw the altar.
There is on the sea, up about 20 feet in the air. There's great. There's grates in the ceiling, small circular grates, where the party who had been here before, which would be Luna and Usador, would know. Goblins used to. You'd always be watched. There was always a bunch of goblins up there ready to rain down death on anybody who was here. But now this place is eerily silent. You haven't seen hide nor hair of. And Rama made he rolled high on all of his checks to find signs of any kind of life down here. In the sewer, there is not a weevil, not a spider, not a rat,
Oh, I put Jay over by me.
not a
He's already
bug.
on the
Tello and Rama are out.
Yeah,
The
they're
turtle man.
chilling.
He's
He's
with me.
with
This is
Rama.
Rama.
They're gone.
They're on their own journey.
Yeah. Before he leaves, while you guys were setting up, Rama went south and said, which Usador and Luna would know was the tunnel that takes you closest. Like south is toward, south is toward this way. So heading west, I put it around in the chat. Heading west, the ground is sloping gradually south, gradually down towards the west, because that's the direction of the ocean where the sewers would run out to, into the big wharf where everybody. Remember, you guys came back from the ship and destroyed all those drugs, and Mulgrim shot someone in the back of the head in broad daylight in front of the guards.
Yeah.
No,
The
we
moment
were
that was the
captured.
moment that Aurora was like, I don't know about you anymore, Mo.
Yeah.
I tried so hard, Mo.
And then, and you had met Strago the Silver Dragon during that whole side quest after Farrell's death, after Jen Erickson's death too, I believe.
Yep.
Did he not die as well? Yeah.
Yeah. Or did Jen Erickson survive and go back to Lady Farrell? I forget.
Oh.
But we retired him from adventuring because he was too OP to have us just like stand.
He was a cleric to have it, and once you hit level like 8 cleric, there's like really they're a force.
Yeah.
They're a force.
And just we were walking around with just like a heal,
A druid
with
and a
us whenever
cleric
we
and a
wanted to.
bless on demand.
So we had to leave the NPC at home.
Yeah, no, I think he died.
Did he die?
Yeah, Lord and Lady Farrell was further saddened by the death of Jen Erickson.
Poor Jen Erickson.
Eric, the generic cleric.
Eric, the generic cleric.
So, anyway, that's what you guys would know about this throne room. You also know that there are secret passageways in this throne room that you may or may not remember where they are. As I believe this is how it was built out last time I built out this thing. You also met Gnawbones, the Knoll, not Gnawbones, Gnawtooth, the Knoll Ranger who accompanied you on the second voyage that you took,
Not
right?
the ranger that I was.
No, you were Timothy.
Timothy, yeah.
Timothy's over there on top of the.
Mhm.
You come back to this location again, totally void of life. Rama explains that he went west only for about 20 minutes, and he sat for an hour and meditated and kind of zoned out to feel what was in the area. He discovered a massive dragon presence, more than he was able to account for. He can't track with it, but he knows if it's 1 or 2 or 3. He couldn't focus any more than 50, and those were the numbers of dragons that he was able to sense when he was searching the area. Since you told the story about already how Waterdeep fell, and this 2-headed dragon and its armies overtook the city. It floods about 20 minutes to the west. It begins to start flooding, and the ceiling has collapsed. And I believe it's like cobblestones, like street stones, that I'm seeing in the tunnels. Like it looks like on a few of them, there's it's well worn from cart going over it. It's wet, and then it's caved in. Like there's something. The water level has changed, and it's flooded out that area of the town. He's going to go with Tello and go scout and try and find out more about you guys have described the manor house. Tello knows the way. He's going to go check out on the Farrell Manor house and stuff like that. What does the party want to do? You rest. You have all your hit points. Jay, you had your vision. You had your dream. You explained it to everybody. Unless you disagree.
Yeah, young Usador doesn't know how to act around you after you told everyone about your dream. He's a little like, is this guy for real?
Probably not. But that's where we're at. So what does the party want to do currently? So Rama and Tello were gone off scouting. He left you in charge, Steve.
He left me in charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep the peace while I'm gone, please. But we don't want a lot of noise. Noise is bad, especially after he sensed all those dragons. Drawing as little attention as we can to ourselves is a bad thing. I probably shouldn't have cut some of those vines on my way down to make it through as far as I did to the west.
Okay.
It would have been better had there been no trace that we were here. And he goes and he tries to cover your tracks through getting here.
So I'll go to Carl. What's your guy's name?
Usador.
You, sir. That's right. I'll go to you.
But I
go to
by
JR.
you. I go by you.
Yeah.
Just you.
Hey, you.
JR.
Yeah.
Where do you think would be the best way to escape this?
Oh, probably just crawling through like the underbelly, like the sewers of this place, like where everything connects into the greater sewers. It's like one of the only things that hasn't collapsed around here.
Okay.
To the west, it's collapsed.
To the west,
To the
it's
west, it's
collapsed,
collapsed.
but here we are. We're already in the sewers right now.
So here we have
Always breaking out the
map
physical representation.
Are we gonna
of
hang it up?
Waterdeep that people know. Your character would know it because you're from Waterdeep. You know that to the west is the wharf. You, being a paladin, don't know much of the sewers. I haven't weighed this down, but if someone could hold it on that side. Yep, I got it. Okay, there we are. So the people who have been here before, Aurora's house is. I marked it on here. Is it here? There it is. All right. Okay, that's Aurora's house, and then we've got this is the City of the Dead.
Whereabouts are
The
we?
stables is down here in this section. And oh wait, this is north.
Do we
Sorry.
have this map or no?
This is Waterdeep. People who you know where it is.
We don't have this map.
No. But the wharf over on this side, the flooding that he is explaining about is kind of like covering this area.
Oh, okay. So that's all flooded.
It's all flooded up until like basically this is the mountain. This curve is all flooded.
Do we hear anything?
It is eerily silent. The occasional drip of water from the condensation running down some of the vines that are coming out of the ceiling. These vines that I have upside down are representing roots of trees that should not have been able to grow through the stone, like the stone workmanship of this tunnel. This isn't like vines and moss and undergrowth. This is like roots of trees coming down and breaking through the stone of the.
But there's no top because everything's scored upstairs. Scarred.
There's still a ceiling. There's still ruins in the city.
Oh, okay.
Like miles and miles and miles and miles of ruins.
Junior says, "Hey, you look kind of druidy." He says that to the dark elf. What do you think about this whole thing?
Yeah, speak to plants.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, I
do your
can.
things.
I can-
Find out what's the deal.
I go up to the one, I guess, closest to me, and
Where
I
the throne is?
touch it.
Okay.
Well, like, I'm kind of there.
Yeah, one of those. So you touch which one? Which one? Let's show me.
Hey, we're
This one.
initiative.
Is
That
this
one.
the one? This is the one.
Yeah.
All right. I'll move your guy here. Touch it. Oh, there you go. Okay. And what are you asking it? What's your story? So they can tell you.
I'm
It's on the hat.
communicating with it by, like, visuals and asking it, what, like, happened. Like, how time frame or something.
You get a sensation that this thing is it's in pain from the strain of growing so quickly.
From what? Merci.
Growing so quickly in so short a time, and so you can just speak to it basically, and it can actually just like it just speaks into your mind, like it has an intelligence of 6, so it can only give you like when you do cast speak with it, it can give you the information that a plant would perceive. It can't see, but it can tell you. Let's bring up speak with plant.
Oh damn, we're getting a lesson. All right, now I have to actually move.
What?
Yeah, why do you have to move?
I can't zoom or anything with this. I want to go up and get a
We need
good
the camera.
view of it.
You imbue plants within 30 feet of you with limited sentience and animation, giving them the ability to communicate to you and follow your simple commands. You can question plants about events in the spell's area within the past day, getting information about creatures that have passed, weather, and other circumstances. You can also turn difficult terrain caused by plant growth, such as into ordinary terrain that lasts for the duration, or you can turn ordinary terrain, and vice versa. Right? Plants might be able to perform other tasks on your behalf. The discretion of the spell doesn't enable plants to uproot themselves and move about, but they can freely move branches, tendrils, and stalks. If a plant creature is in the area, you can communicate with it as if you shared a common language, but you gain no magical ability to influence it. The spell can cause plants created by the Entangle spell to to release a restrained
Wow, this spell
creature.
is so much better than I originally thought it was. It's so much better.
That's
It's
huge.
not just speak with plants, it's like also move and manipulate plants
Mhm.
on top of all that.
The best thing to do is cast it on your salad.
Yeah.
And eat it anyway.
So you can hear it scream, ah, you sadistic fuck.
And cast it on the carrots at harvest time.
Oh, shit.
Yummy.
All right. Here, go back to the thing. Go back to the thing.
Yeah.
So I can see.
So
I was on
that's
this
what
shit.
speak with plants can do.
So
So,
what we
Cool.
so you can ask it any question, and it can give you any of that information that I arrived off. The weather, creatures that have passed, general events in the area
Oh,
can slightly move.
Yes. What happened to the goblins?
That was more than a day ago,
Oh, okay.
so it can't release
Dragons above. They're
lots.
still.
Lots. And that's another thing it conveys, that it's like it's sore from constantly moving out of their way.
Mm.
So it only has a 24-hour recovery.
Says specifically last 24 hours.
Does it say that?
Says ability to communicate with simple commands with advance the spells air within the past day.
Yeah.
It's raining still.
Have there been other people or entities down here? No. Been there.
No bugs.
well, they only know about.
Yeah, that's how it knows. It seems like an age, but there's
Yeah.
been no bugs
As long as it
cleaning
moves
its roots. But it's raining. It's dragons have passed. Undead have passed because you guys are now, you've rested. It's been longer than 8 hours because Usador also copied his spells into his spell book. Is that correct, Jay?
Jay,
Yeah.
you copied all your spells into your spell book, yes?
What?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
So you have those 4 extra spells and your spells from being level 12 all copied in.
I tried to find spells for what I had during my prep today. I've got counter spell.
Cool. Yeah. And you had those other scrolls that you bought too.
Ready. So no.
Okay. So it's been about, you guys, it's been 12 hours. You've rested. He's finished getting all your spells in your spell book. Everything's cool. Everything's copacetic. You get that information from the plant, from the vines, that it's been only dragons, undead, and dragonborn have passed.
Do you know why?
Lots of dragonborn.
Why? Do we know why there's so many dragons being attracted to this? To us?
Yes, you can roll an intelligence check, and I will glean from that. I will glean for you the amount of information that your character, Kalik Renner, would know, in addition to what I've already said about the history of.
Oh yes, because he was there. He lived out those
He was-
15 years.
he
So
was
he's actually
Alive in the world. He wasn't
yeah.
at Waterdeep.
Plus 2 is 14.
And it's not. You don't have the proficiency in the investigation.
No.
Okay. Or insight.
Just have.
You have the skill insight. It would be on the. It should be.
I don't think so.
Color in right here.
You just gave me your character sheet, and it's it's on the
Should
sheet.
be insight somewhere.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, it should be colored in.
No, I don't.
No.
You don't have
Do I
okay.
it now?
Nope. Nope. So you just roll.
What was
Add 2. Add 7 because you're near Steve. Unless you're not near Steve.
And he's also got an additional 4 on that from me
Yep.
as well.
Yep. So plus 9. Plus 11.
Okay.
Plus 13.
2 plus 11 is still 13.
13.
Yeah. So you know that during these the war has begun because there was a surge in dragon cult activity, the cult of Tiamat,
Right, yeah, we talked about
around not just in Waterdeep. It was a movement that's been happening all over Theron, all over the Forgotten Realms. So it's like numerous sites across the continent. There's been at least 5 major upheavals that you know about, and it would seem like it was a coordinated attack, so that it all happened around the same time, and so that the different regions did not have the resources to expend to help protect their neighbors and honor contracts, causing a breakdown in
Have we ever seen?
political structure.
Have you ever seen Tiamat?
Yeah.
It's still the classic 5-headed Tiamat.
Yeah, I have.
You have one somewhere.
Yeah, over there. It's big enough to be an
I
aspect.
took out my old LG.
Where is it? Where is it?
On the castle.
Yeah,
Right
I
in front of you.
Oh, in the back?
Yeah.
May as well just break it out.
I wouldn't pick that up for like
If
what,
you have
30
the
bucks?
toy with the
Yeah,
box,
that's like
you can
$150
buy it.
mini that you got for me. So thanks, bud, for that deal.
It's fucking sick.
It is.
It's
you. Big enough to be an aspect of Tiamat, not big enough to be Tiamat herself.
I think the only
Well,
problem
there's
was
only one Tiamat, right?
No,
That's
but
the
she
Dark
can
Queen of
she can
Krang?
project. She's in hell. She's in one of the 9
You
hells.
want to see her too? Or
And
no?
she can
Yeah, I see her.
and she can predict. She can project aspects of herself. Anyway, so Kayla, so Ryan, to answer your question, the reason that there's so many dragons, but dragons have been amassing at the various areas, and which is very concerning because dragons are very territorial and they do not share territory. The only reason dragons would share territory is because they have no fucking choice. Because if a strong connection is made with Tiamat, she can influence other dragons, right? So she's compelling, her emissaries are compelling these dragons, these chromatic evil dragons, to fall like under their sway in the area. You don't know why there's so many specifically here or what the thing here is about, but you have heard that there are you know there's one two-headed dragon that resides in the ruins of Waterdeep, who is both green and black. Yeah. That's what you know. And you know that they've kind of really got a stranglehold on the supply of magic items and scrolls. Waterdeep is considered this dragon's hoard. This is the entire thing is its lair. Right? So it's you guys your character would know the immensity of the danger that you're in. Right? And Carl's character was just being very loud. So you shouldn't be surprised that he got an arrow trained out of him.
In its own defense, Rama wouldn't know any of that.
No, Rama wouldn't know any of that.
He wouldn't know, even though you have to be quiet. He would just be like,
Well,
he was just like, it's some
That's
guy.
not true.
Quick, shut him up.
No, you arrived where you teleported to. That's where he was expecting to go. Where you teleport from was where you teleport to.
Yeah.
And everything was different. He's on high alert, and he sees, hey, we're going to talk to these two things. Pop, poof, poof.
Yep.
Right. Didn't work out the way I thought. But still good. You guys are in this. You guys are in this thing. Is there anything else you want to ask? The plant. It's all the plants around this area, right?
Do you know of the items we need to reverse this plant? Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, understand.
I just leave it to obviously relay any of these questions. The one who's talking to the plant that we all know is talking to the plant.
Are you talking to the plant?
I'm talking to the plant. I'm just trying to figure out how to word that.
Okay, no, I'm
Would you
just.
talk to somebody?
Just if you're just saying what Carl's saying, then just so you.
Well, I
repeat
did
it,
make
and
her a nice meal and
and then
tell
I
her a
know-
good story. And you
I did
guys are
pour
all
water on his
enjoying
head. I created water and poured it on his head after.
it.
I just needed to scorch his hair.
I totally burnt pubes.
Looks disheveled. Now he's all disheveled looking.
So
And Usador used to look good.
I'll take.
Even though he's looking like an old man now, he used to look good.
I need an
Like
I need
me.
an insight check from
You junior.
Rochelle and Jay
UJR.
because they're the only two characters that would actually possibly be able to pick up what I'm laying down with these.
Don't forget +9.
Okay, insight check.
And +9. Don't forget, Jay, +9.
18.
+9, 27.
Yeah.
14.
+9, 23.
27.
27 and
14 on
23.
the dice plus my
Oh yeah, plus the rest of the bonuses.
Plus,
in
yeah,
insight, so that's 18.
18.
And then
So 27 again.
insight is wisdom, 18, 19, 20, 21, and then you said plus what?
9, so 30.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like about that.
Yeah.
You're one
Yeah.
with the plan.
So, Jay, you remember, like I said, and Rochelle also remembers the small narrow tunnels where water would drain in from the surface.
Yes.
They do have water leaking out of them now, but those would have been where the goblins were hiding, like watching all that would transpire. So Grak could meet seemingly alone with a lot of his contacts. You also recall Grak's primary function in Waterdeep was to farm and harvest oozes to keep the sewers clean.
Harvest.
You have found no sign of life, not a bug,
Yes, the gelatinous tube.
not a mite, not a spider, nothing.
Gelatinous cubes are doing their job.
Yeah.
There may very well be an abundance of them running rampant throughout the sewer
Well, they didn't get us while we long rested, so.
because
that's a good
Grak's
sign.
place is protected from sewer.
Oh, we got the bonus info. Good old Graks place.
No one has done anything. And there's a lot of things people haven't done in this room. So, is there anything else you want to know?
I ask the plants where Grak's secret treasures are hidden in the room. Is it in the throne? How do we access them?
Are
The plants
there
would have seen them for sure, getting in there and doing stuff.
tools in this room we can utilize?
No, is there treasure? How do we get the treasure? Tell
Tools,
us where it is.
items, things of
Where is it?
weaponry.
The throne is what the throne emanates. Has a field around it.
Nice.
Within 60 feet, no oozes can enter that area.
Nice throne. Where is it? There
Is
it
there
is.
anything on the throne, like written?
It's
Is there anything?
for a goblin-made throne. It was made with care.
Is there anything in the throne? Like I knock on the throne using all of my innkeeper skills to find
There's a
loose panels.
There's a
and
goblin
things.
skull hanging on the back of the throne with writing on it,
Oh,
but not like again goblin writing.
what's it say?
It's more like tribal shit.
More tribal
It's
shit.
not writing. It's like just like. Sorry, I shouldn't say writing. Like just like paintings, ritual paintings and stuff like that.
Ask the plants what we should do with this.
But wouldn't
skull.
Usador be able to communicate what was on the throne?
You can see it, but you can't. You don't know what it does. No one's detected magic down here in this area, right? No one's done.
Who has detect magic? Usador?
Usador's got infinite.
Don't you
detect
have
magic.
detect magic like? I don't know. Isn't that the Eldritch Sight?
I do have
Usador's,
You got Eldritch Sight, so you've got constant detect magic.
Yeah.
he
That's
has his ready to go.
Okay, so
Yeah, an invocation. I don't have another spell. But I have it.
but you have it. You can just do it.
Yeah, whenever you want, pretty much.
So it's on. And so if you tell me you're using detect magic, I'm sure you can't live your life that way, especially around all these glowing people,
Yeah,
right?
it's still good right now. In the
So if you
hood.
detect magic, the skull itself is not glowing. It's the base of the throne, the seat, like
Ooh.
the stone seat.
Search for traps. Search for secret doors. Take the skull. Put the skull on the seat.
Nothing happens.
Take the skull. Put the skull on the altar that
Yeah.
he's got kind of over there. Nothing happens.
Crash the chair. I'm joking.
Oh, put the skull on the altar and someone sit in the throne.
So somebody put the skull on. How big is the skull?
No, put the
It's
skull
a
on the
It's a
altar. Put the
hobgoblin
skull on the
sorry.
altar.
Like a
It's
bugbear
huge?
skull. It's a bugbear skull.
So
no,
it's huge.
it's a large size skull. It's not a large. Bugbears aren't large creature. They're bigger than humans, but not a large category.
Somebody put the skull on and sit on the chair. I can't because it's evil.
Oh man,
Can be.
Dark Gods ahoy! I do it. My guy is just like YOLO, and he puts on the helm, and then he sits in the throne.
While you're sitting there, best way I can describe it is like you feel like you can protect this place against a specific creature type that you choose by sitting on the throne and saying the word in Goblin with the skull on.
All right, so I'm just gonna leave things as they are right now. I'm not gonna
Because
alter
Usador
the
would-
command, which is for. And do I inherently know how to say things in Goblin?
Do you
while
speak
I'm doing it?
Goblin?
Usador speaks
That's
Goblin.
one thing I haven't chosen yet.
I do. I speak Goblin.
You can't pick Goblin.
Oh,
If I pick it, I'll make it so that I can't choose it right now.
Okay.
So.
So Usador would have to sit upon the throne.
All right. So first, I'm gonna try and pop open the. Is there a way to pop open the seat from where I'm sitting? If I think about that.
It's solid stone. It's not comfortable at all.
So it's not
The
gonna-
altar.
All right, cool. All right, so I give it to Usador. I say, here you go, Oos. I guess. No, I definitely don't call him Dad. That's how it has to be.
So
Here you go, Oos. I guess someone's gotta wear this. And what do we have to do again with it?
you speak the word in Goblin of the creature type that you want to
Someone with
repel
goblins got to speak it,
in a
but
60-foot radius.
I mean, I think it's doing good, keeping us protected from those gelatinous cubes. But hey, if you wanted to try putting this thing on, here you go. And I just kind of toss it to him casually and idly, as though I don't give a shit.
You make a dexterity save, Jay.
Yeah, Jay, because I
Jay,
just toss
you're
it to
catching
you.
a skull.
Okay.
don't fucking drop it.
18.
Plus, is that total?
19.
He gets plus.
And you
dex.
get plus
5,
+9,
plus
and
9.
you get another +4 from me as well.
Okay, so well over 20.
Okay, so on the little line on the skills that you have colored in, if you could have your the calculation there with the numbers so that it's like, you just because it's a lot faster when I just know the number that instead of 18 on the die is good, but I mean I don't know if it's already added into that, right? If it's possible.
It's 19 with my dex, and I guess 19
Plus 9.
is
So
28.
28.
Oh yeah, there's no way he's dropping
You
that
catch
stuff.
it, no problem. You place it on your head and sit down. You don't have the Arcana skill, do you?
Arcana
You have
skill.
no skill.
He has Arcana.
I do gain skills though from the tales that I hear.
Which you don't have enough.
I don't actually have it right now.
It's
It's
not
not
going
I could choose
So-
between that and something else. And I just-
in the blue.
Well,
Oh, it's
is
not
this
there,
the-
it's-
am I just doing what my
I'll look at the.
son
I
is
left the
telling me
box.
to do, or is
So,
this something
should I
consensus
do
of
it?
everyone else?
Should I do an insight check to see if this is a good idea?
Yeah, is everyone else asking me to do this, or is
I already did it.
Well,
teenagers saying do this?
Yeah, but
Well,
that
I
doesn't
already
mean
did
anything,
it. And I was just like, I don't read
20
Goblin,
worth
and I
it.
tossed it to you and you caught it.
very handy thing. You don't know the limitations of it or what type is it limited to certain types? You've never put it on. You've never worn it.
It kind of reminds
I'm
me of
assuming this is all.
Cerebro.
I'm assuming this is all being communicated and talked about
yeah.
while we're.
I'm gonna
So
say,
Jay, so he.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I think it's an idea. I don't think it's a good idea.
Do you believe it to be
this.
evil? Because you said it was evil.
I believe it to be evil.
Okay, if you believe it to be evil, I see no reason at this point to go and do something that might release slimes or cause other problems. There seems absolutely zero benefit to doing this.
All right, I say, yo, let's get at this treasure that's probably in this throne right now. Like, I totally want whatever it is that's in there. Like, do your mind thing on the throne somehow, Usador. Make it open.
If Usador
Let's
has
get
the
it.
skull on and walks around, does the radius carry with him, or is it just the throne?
Yeah.
Let's
No,
take the
I'm
throne.
not doing that. Why would I listen to some 16-year-old? There seems no benefit here. Why would I want to do this?
Well, because we know that it's showing that there's magic there. So, however we get underneath that seat, that's where the loot is. Like, don't you want the loot,
There's magic
Usador?
everywhere. I've got
All
lots
these
of loot.
tales about Usador and the loot. Like, now you're telling me you just
You
want to
said
leave
it's
without
You
it?
said it's a
Whatever
stone
the dragon has to worry
throne,
about. What do I care about loot?
or is it a stone throne, or the metal?
Could be useful. Could be a big plot piece that
So-
we miss by not getting it.
So Usador, with your insight and all that check that you made, which was ridiculous.
Yes.
It's what did you make an Arcana check? You're not putting it on, right?
I'm not putting it on. No. Arcana check.
Oh no, you have to put it on to make the Arcana check. You have to put it on to make the Arcana check.
Just put it
I
on.
thought he already did. I thought he put it on, and that was his role to.
I'm
So-
not putting on some possibly cursed thing when.
So from what
there's,
you
like,
know, from what he described, is that he felt like he had the ability while he was sitting on the throne wearing it to repel like certain types of creatures.
But here's the problem. Why would I trust him? I'm just being told by a
I
god
understand.
that
I understand.
There are lots of bastards around who might be trying to destroy people. I totally don't trust this kid as far as I can throw him.
That's right. And this, who knows why he might be telling you to do it.
So, did you eat the food that I presented to you or not? I need to know.
I ate it, but like
I purified
Oh,
my
I get it.
food.
So you'll eat the food when it's given a +5 bonus, eh? But you won't eat but you won't trust me when it comes time for this. I got it. I see how things are, Dad. And I do the air fingers,
Yeah.
air
So,
quotes along that one.
so that's what you know about what's going on here.
All right, I'm going to examine the throne, specifically looking for triggers and mechanisms and ways that I'll be able to get into the base that's glowing magic. You want me to roll? Make some kind of roll?
Make a history check.
History
Because
check.
That's the check they use for it.
All right, so 9,
do a religion
and let's see what history actually
History
is.
check.
Oh, it's an intelligence, which means I can actually use my wisdom modifier on it instead. So 9 plus 10, 11, 12, 13, plus another 5 is 5
18.
is 18, plus another 4 is 22.
So, sorry, what was it you were asking? 22. Now I know. What was it you were asking?
I was trying to
Oh,
figure out how to get into the
This
throne.
stone,
Yeah.
although clearly not from the same, made of the same stone that is in the sewer, like you know it's really heavy. Like you can't move it. So it's not moving.
I can't move it. So can we all try and move it together? Titan, I'll bet that you could live up to your name here. Like, let's slide this thing off.
Okay.
Let's get in there. Let's get the loot.
All right.
YOLO.
What's your passive perception?
Oh, but all right, my past perception 3.
No, your passive perception is 10
Oh.
plus your perception.
Well, I've got perception as a what's called when you color it in.
It's a proficiency.
So I'm proficient in perception, and it uses my wisdom. So 4, I'm getting +8. I'm getting +8 to plus. Do I add my
Plus 9. So 17.
+8 plus his 5,
plus my
plus
strength,
14.
right? Because I'm proficient in it.
17.
So it's
Yeah.
so it's plus 11 plus 4.
No. That he's just what are you trying to figure out? You're trying to his perception check.
You want to move it, right?
Yeah, I want to move
Okay,
it.
so while you're perceiving the throne room, you see the very dense vines at the back of the throne. And you notice that this dais that you're on, this raised section, is actually not flat against the wall behind it.
Oh, hey, Druid lady, can you go and can you ask these vines to move since you're talking to plants right now? Can you move them out of the way so we can get at the stuff?
I
Like,
don't know. I mean, I set your hair on fire, so.
yeah, well, make it up to me then. Come on, I want the loot.
Give
Especially
me the
if
loot. Give me the loot.
especially with some goblin
But are
king
you
guy.
trying to move the throne?
Well, we're trying to move the roots now, so we can actually.
But you're asking her to do that, but he can be moving the throne in the meantime.
Do you want me to move the throne?
If you can move the throne, we can do that. Or she can ask the tree with its strong roots to also try and move the throne.
No, it
It's
can't
right
uproot
there.
itself and move
It
itself.
can't.
It's not
It
moving.
can
I was just
move
saying
its
it can move the
branches.
roots. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a 19, isn't it? That's kind of fucked up.
That's a 16 or a 19.
No, it would either be a 19 or a 61. It would be a 19.
It's
So
19 plus 4 plus
Plus,
plus
does
8.
he get his own +5 or
So it's
only
like
for
fucking 35.
Can't move.
Can't move it.
Oh, so it's enchanted somehow. There's something that we have to do. There's a riddle to be solved
Dispel
here.
magic.
There's a
No,
riddle to
don't
be
fucking
solved here.
dispel magic.
Because then we might never be able to get it. All right, so it's obviously.
Welcome to Dispel Magic.
So I'm gonna examine that altar a little bit better. Does it look like it rotates or anything like that? Is there anything that's abnormal about the altar?
No.
No.
Can I try moving the altar?
You can try and move the altar.
I try spinning it.
Yeah,
Spin.
yeah.
Does it spin?
Spin. How hard do you try and spin it?
You really want me to break something?
I just want to know. Like,
Not that hard.
Not that hard.
you certainly know that you could break it.
So when you said that the throne was off kilter, you mean it was slanted up in a certain position? Is what you're saying?
No.
So
I'm saying the raised dais.
Yep.
That square.
Yep.
That the altar is sitting on.
Yep.
That everyone's standing on,
Okay.
except for Luna.
Yep.
Looks like it's. You thought at first it was flat against the wall, but you noticed that there's a gap there.
There must be a lever somewhere.
So
here.
it's between the wall. Okay, so I'm gonna go against the wall then, and I'm gonna look for like traps and triggers in that space that exists between the wall and the dais. I'm gonna like really examine into that little canal that I think that you're describing that exists there.
I'll examine the altar.
Examine the altar.
All right, and am I doing my examination? Ooh, 16 plus 9 plus I've got perception as a
20.
check. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 30, 32, I think, or something like that. No, it's not that high. Sorry, 16.
You find
25.
you find that behind the roots, obscured by the roots that's growing out of the tree,
Yep.
there is a lever behind on the back of the throne.
Yes. All right, cool. I just flick it straight up.
You hear a wall. You hear a creak, come like a snap, and a stench of foul air
Yes.
waft up from behind the throne.
Yes, it's Lutesville. So I'm gonna look for where it opened behind the throne. Then in that case, because it's obviously a box that opens backwards. I want the goods. Look what I found, guys. Stinks.
It does stink very, very badly.
Oh, I wonder if that's where all the gobbies went to die.
Excuse me. There's a staircase that leads slightly up, very narrow staircase, that heads slightly up and into here. Right this section here. Sweet. Okay.
All right.
And it's another open tunnel. Not at sewer level, slightly above sewer level.
The 60-foot radius continues on through the wall, or does it stop at the wall? I'm not sure how it works.
Like, are you talking about your 60-foot radius?
No, you don't know how
the
it works.
altar.
So I'm just saying you don't know how it works. Like it's
Okay.
Well, either way, that's still close by. So I say we just go for it. Like, what are we gonna do? I want that treasure. So I go look at. I search the walls of this underground passage in this area here that's nearby to something that could potentially lead to underneath the throne. Is there anything in that area?
no, but now that you've gotten behind it, you can see that the space is there for, like there's little grates that lead below, but it's
Ooh.
grates, and they're only about this high, like sewer, like rain runoff grates. Again, this is a sewer, so it wouldn't make sense to have everything like tight to a wall. You always have to account for drainage. Right?
So it's going under, is what you're saying?
There's more that's under. Yes.
Oh man, I totally. How deep did they bury the treasure? Under how many layers? Under how many layers?
No, I'm not saying that there is anything. Again, they left.
Yeah.
You now
Yeah.
you
Probably took all the
know,
good stuff with them.
okay, like you would know that since everything happened here, there has been a heavy goblin presence in East Haven. They had a whole evening, like it's an annual celebration of an evening where a goblin inclusivity is celebrated yearly in the town of East Haven, as people have like kind of opened their doors to the goblin hordes that came flooding there from Waterdeep during the as they escaped, right? As everyone fled this area for their lives. Goblins were one of the first creatures to come through. Then followed by the humans, because it was an associate of Pip's who he still talks to in East Haven, but you haven't met him and you don't know where he is. Who had a territory that it controlled in Waterdeep, and has now relocated its operations to East Haven.
Does the Merchants Guild still have its place there too, opposite the inn?
You don't know. It's been 15 years.
What about Kellogg? So across from Pip's Inn, is there?
What do
is
you
there a
know
Merchants
about
Guild?
this inn?
All right, that's how.
The Merchants Guild is working to help. You know that the
Yay.
Merchants Guild is working to help arm the people. The North is one of the few places where the dragons held no sway. And the dwarves are actually able to manufacture arms and weapons to protect itself.
Was all a
But it
Merchants Guild.
keeps a very loose network.
Sweet. All right.
That's what you know, and I can
Cool.
fill in more as it becomes
So-
relevant.
The Merchants Guild survived it. Nice.
I guess I'll tell them.
They're already in the North, and
You know.
someone took out
Mm.
an ancient dragon that was surviving up north on an altar to Tiamat. That was the whole church and temple was converted from Oral to a temple of Tiamat, and then
Oh man.
frozen in this block of ice where the ancient dragon, where a certain group of adventurers happened to shatter the Kobold caves all above it, fought it down in the event.
Jeez.
You remember that, Carl? I mean, your character doesn't, but you remember it.
Yeah, personally, I remember.
My
character,
has no idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
You would have nothing. You would know nothing of the
No,
North.
but you guys know that,
Yeah.
right? You guys, like as he's describing it,
I'm telling
that's what
story
you're
on
like.
party.
Well, like yeah, it was you guys that wiped out the dragon before any of this started.
And
Other-
roasted his balls.
Otherwise, they would have had.
That's true. Usador did get his balls.
Otherwise, and you got skin for armor, or there would have been an ancient dragon with the whole sway over the North. And do the same thing that it's doing to Waterdeep. This dragon's doing to Waterdeep.
So we delayed it slightly with what we did, but
You
they
bought
still.
a civilization, a foothold to survive
In the North.
in the North.
in the
It's
north,
not a pleasant existence.
but it's an existence,
It's an existence.
nevertheless. Better than death.
That's correct.
All right.
So
And here, let's get a little Steve action in here. We haven't had.
you never get enough Steve.
Hey, Stefano. Let's see, can I get more than one purse? No. Oh, it's hard. Oh, you're just at the perfect spot where you get to be Steve centric now. Yeah,
all right.
it's just Steve.
So that's where we're at. You have discovered a secret passageway to tunnels behind the the throne that lead west and east, and there's a short tunnel that heads back south that connects up to there. You don't know where it gets through, or where the secret door is. That was correct.
Well, this one really isn't a tunnel. I think we should probably examine this tunnel before we go anywhere. 'cause
yeah,
it's
to see
short.
where the exit
So
is
in
for.
case we need to get
yeah.
out of here, in case that closes.
I like that idea. We'll just do a quick search. Because even though YOLO don't mean you got to be stupid.
The corridor on that side, heading west, takes off, sloping steeply toward the west at this location. Like
That's
this
where all
would
the
be
water is.
this would be a main runoff, right? This L section here. No, sewage is in between. That's flowing under you right now. No. Leads to there's. I'll go down a couple of small staircases here because I can.
Yeah, buddy, break out them small staircases. Oh, smokes.
They're short, but they're long.
Short but long.
Short, but like not high, as in like they're not there. That would be areas where a short staircase goes up, and it's like only goes up about 4 feet, to a section that of a tunnel that would wrap around the upstairs of this thing. So this is where the goblins would have access to their narrow like spot where they would keep watch on Graks' chamber and shoot from.
What's in this tunnel? Can we see like the ooze and stuff in this tunnel? Like on
This
the
tunnel
ceiling?
is
Or is it clean?
there is dust, and your footsteps are the first ones to break any kind of.
Oh, there's no trails, no ooze, no slime.
And there's a lot of mildew on this section.
So this one probably also is immune to the gelatinous cubes.
So that gelatinous cube would absorb it all.
Yeah, there'd be no mildew even. There'd be nothing.
Yeah.
It'd be polished.
You talk
Clean.
to wait, can she talk to mildew? It's a plant, right?
Mildew's like a mold, isn't
There's mold that
But it's
classifies.
Yeah, I guess. That's
Hi!
Well, wait.
Whoa, man! I can talk. We can all talk, can't I?
Almost all the time.
No, that's where you're at. You can see from the fire that someone lit to keep, so you guys can see. You can see the light of two cunningly placed arrow slits in this wall that lead up to this gate, so that someone could ambush people approaching the gate if needed.
So that's what this section is. It's the way to go and defend the front gate. That's being the
Can
front
we
gate.
see through that gate? Is it?
So that's
It's
that's
gated.
what,
It's
that's
just-
what this
as
lower
it's-
part.
as
So we
it's-
really only got left
As this thing. So just
or
these,
right.
but
choose
you,
up.
you look at how they are. They're
You said
really
east to
cunningly
west, right?
placed
Yeah.
between where the
East to
stone
west.
naturally
Close
fits
up.
together,
I think
so
we
it doesn't look.
should
It wouldn't
East.
attract
Okay.
attention.
I'm down with just kind of hiding
looks
behind you.
solid,
I'm
but we
literally
can see,
using
like,
you
through
as a
the-
human.
You can see
shield
through
and just
or
kinda
like,
like,
like
lead the way,
very,
big
very
man.
narrow, right? Because they're goblins too. Like
And
they're
so
already
where's my
really
guy?
small.
So-
I'm tucked right in there.
So we check in here, check we see the arrow slots. We see anything else? Writing, nothing on the walls maybe? Books.
A coat of mildew. There's no books on the wall at all. There's no. It's been 15 years. There's no spaces where there's less mildew by now.
Even if I wipe a little bit of mildew away.
What? Nothing.
Alright, you guys want to go east or west? I vote east. We
All
know
Now
west is flooded.
I say we just follow the big guy. He seems to know where we're going, and maybe we'll get some kills in. Please the dark god.
Well, I know
I mean, I
I
do.
know
You
the
remember all your
directions.
abilities that you have for that your classes have. You can get a lot of information if you use the abilities that your classes have available to them.
Okay, I do a perception check.
I'm talking about class abilities.
Class
I'm
ability.
dropping
Have your-
hints. Dropping hints. Class abilities.
Oh
that people
shit! I don't know my guy yet.
have.
I know the one part of him real good.
Right?
Well, so we know for sure the other tunnel's blocked, or we don't know that?
20 minutes to the west of this tunnel. Rama didn't know about that tunnel. He didn't investigate the throne. He didn't do any of that. He was busy scouting. He didn't need the rest of it.
So we have dark vision. What are we using for light?
You have dark vision?
I think I have dark vision.
No, you're human, right?
I have dark vision. Yeah, half elf.
Oh, half elf. So you have dark vision.
Yeah.
I have dark vision.
You got really good dark vision.
120 feet.
I think mine's only what.
Did you take Devil Sight? Devil Sight gives you 120 feet. You can see in magical darkness.
Well, what's better, that or Eldritch Sight?
Outer Sight gives you Tech Magical Will. Outer Sight, you're only going to see magic. The only things that you'll see is Steve glowing. Are you a human?
Oh, yeah. No, sorry about that.
Then you have dark vision.
Okay,
It's
so
been a while
everybody has
since you've
dark
asked me
vision.
that, but
Yeah.
Except
Except for him.
you. And
Isidore.
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 Isidore does, doesn't he? Because he had. Yeah.
Oh, right. He's got the.
But he didn't
Well.
attune to it. I didn't think.
He didn't need to.
Oh, well, I don't have dark vision.
You need someone to cast light for you. Or have a torch.
I can
You
light,
have torches.
I can light my own torch if I have to.
There's
use
fire.
it.
You can absolutely light a torch very easily. It won't even make you roll the skill check.
I do it because I can just take it off of the lit fire, right?
You have a torch.
Yeah.
One of your hands is full with a torch.
What? I need some way to see. What am I going to go down there blind? All right, cool. So I've got a torch with me.
Oh wait.
Oh wait. Does someone have a different thing to cast? Because these are like sewer gases that we're going up into because of the smell.
I can
No, we've
do
got-
like
Now we've got like an open flame. I got a feeling.
I
the
can
reason
blow
why-
It's like you know me,
wind.
Carl.
I got it. I got
I can
feeling.
cast gusts of wind and blow it away.
Who's got something for me?
So
Who's got light?
I took Flame Blade. Do I have to?
Oh, you definitely don't want
Still
flame
fire.
blade.
It's still fire.
Yeah.
If what we're trying to do now is assume that these gases that he's made very clear
Like
exist by the
methane.
stench is like you said, methane or something else, then no flame blade, no me walking with torch.
If I cast Daylight,
Yeah, daylight would
but
work.
it burns
That's
my
pretty-
fucking third level.
That's a pretty
slot.
good slot too. I wouldn't burn that.
How long does it last for?
The concentration, I think.
How long?
I think it's up to an hour.
I always use the
Does the DM
60-foot radius spear lasts for 1 hour. Third level spell.
Does it just follow me if I cast Daylight, or is it just that one spot?
Don't I have
60-foot
fairy light?
radius sphere of light spreads out from a point you choose and raises sphere's bright light and sheds in light additional 60 feet. You choose a point or an object you are holding or isn't being worn or carried. The light shines from the object and moves with it.
Okay.
Okay, I
So you
cast it on something and I give it to you.
Cast daylight on the torch.
I cast Daylight on the
Oh.
torch and give it to you.
There we go. We did it.
There you
We
go.
did it. We
Now
got
you have
there.
a flashlight.
Daylight on the
There
torch.
you go.
Yeah.
You can also put it on like someone's helmet and then put the helmet on.
Put on the
I can
skull.
also become one with the shadow.
Ooh.
So how
Put on
long
the
can
skull,
I see
wear
in
the
shadow
skull.
in darkness?
Well, I don't want to wear this.
So
I'm just gonna. I don't need.
what's
But
your-
you have to
what's
sit
your-
on the throne to activate it.
So you don't need light.
You know what, though? Maybe we should
his
take the
character
skull
does.
with
Right?
us.
We should
We're
see
going
if
to
we-
take the skull with us, just so you know. We're taking the skull with us, just in case we need to use it
somewhere
further
else.
somewhere else. So we've got the skull with
And
us.
Carl, Usador's gonna put it on his head when I
Okay.
cast
Just
Daylight on
carrying
it.
that giant. It's like this sort of.
Which
thing.
direction are you guys going? Are you heading to the tunnel that leads to the east?
Yeah.
Or are you heading to the tunnel that leads to the west to see if this tunnel also floods or what happens? I mean, it heads steeply down, but he walked 20 minutes. Like this careens down very steeply and goes to another area. But
Can we have Usador cast that eyeball thing to go and scout it out for us? Like, I mean, my character wouldn't necessarily know that, but
I do not have Arcane Eye
oh, you don't got
Loaded.
anymore.
checked off right now.
do you have Find Familiar memorized? Or do you have a scroll of Find Familiar? Thunder and Imp?
No and no.
What about his things?
Familiars?
Familiars.
They've all died so far.
But he can conjure
The
something
pseudo
else.
dragons won't answer him anymore.
Oh.
After 3 is their limit.
Yeah,
He's not been kind to the
It was the
pseudo-dragon.
last. It was that last time when he straight up fed one of them, told it to go into the cauldron that was radiating evil, and saw its flesh and its soul being ripped
Yeah.
apart. That one is not getting reincarnated. That one is just a dumb one. That's a dead pseudo dragon. They're like, how could a pseudo dragon even die? No reincarnation. on
Imps
this
will
pseudo.
answer your call. Quasits will answer your call. And any other animal will answer your call.
Alright, so we're heading east.
East.
All of us.
All right. Well, I mean, you don't have to come.
You don't have to. Like, you can go west.
I am. I tend to be a hermit. I tend to think to myself. But, okay, this. Yeah, we can think the other cave is flooded. We're all going.
And like,
Well, now
He-
plus you're coming with me, basically, right? You don't forget you were tasked by Pip to basically come with me and guide me to try and find Usador again, since Pip is fairly certain, and I look exactly like Usador, and was told that
It's
Usador is
possible.
my dad and
But
everything.
I've
And
already
Pip thinks he
reunited
is.
you and Usador, so I feel like my work is done.
That's true. You're working. You can casually
Part of
walk
that
away right now if you wanted to. It's true. You've done your job.
So, I'm not going to tear all this down. It might become relevant.
What the?
in case we come back.
You push that forward for me?
Well, we've still haven't gotten into the base of the throne.
Can't
So,
remember which stairwell.
Yeah, it's somewhere over here.
Yeah, those two like that.
You still want this?
We could probably. Would you want this here or no?
Just so we know where the tunnel is. That's all.
also, that's the new tunnel that we're checking out now.
Correct.
That's what we can see of it. So this is the representation of this tunnel, of this passageway.
Connects from here.
Just
You travel
extending.
down it for a while. There are numerous narrow other passageways that lead like up on a slight angle and into various into sections of the town. You guys are not goblins. When you guys remember, if Luna and you still remember when you came through here the first time, you were led by goblins
Right.
through winding passages that you had no hope of remembering.
Right.
Because there was like a maze, and you at that time you had to have a special pass to allow the goblins to know that you had access to be there. Okay?
Yeah, we were even blindfolded the first time, I think.
Right. Right.
Oh, it connects down there too.
Well, I'm just saying there's a bunch. But
Oh.
if no one is going down any of those smaller passageways, we can carry on. You travel for a little ways. And this area,
What area? Elaborate.
The far
stretch
area
that
down
we see
there.
right here. This
Yeah,
stretch.
yeah.
Okay.
that down there, you begin seeing streaks in the mildew.
Oh. What kind of streaks? Like, does it look like they're claw streaks? or
No,
finger
like
streaks?
someone took a sponge and did a lazy wipe.
Oh, so we're far enough away that we're no longer able to keep them away, basically. What do they think of daylight?
They don't give a fuck.
All right.
Does anybody have like
So
stuff
we know
that
that they're
freezes
there.
stuff?
I
Like
think they're
frozen
resistant to
arrows?
freeze, if I'm not mistaken. I thought that they'd be like good to freeze too, and I think that it turns out they're resistant.
I don't think they are.
I think they are. Adam, what's the verdict? Mike?
I think we use acid.
No, they are.
Yeah,
acid.
they are.
No, they,
acid.
I know they don't. I know they don't like fire. I know that.
Fire's
Like
not great.
we've already fought them before, and we knew this
You,
part
but your
on
guy
them.
hasn't.
That's true.
But for the record, the gelatinous cube, which is not the only type of ooze that exists,
But it's the one that we know they have here.
it's one of the many that they have here. Yeah,
All right.
they have conditioned immunities. They're not resistant to any of them. They are not weak to any of them.
So they can be frozen.
But it's no like additional damage.
Nope.
Nor is it additional resistance. It just is.
Mhm. Cool.
So I started blasting.
So anyway, that's for the record. There are other types of oozes.
Yeah.
That exist.
But that one in particular, we knew is a known quantity here. We know that one exists. Like,
Can we
know.
identify the ooze?
Not from its trail.
Let's just walk. Let's just walk.
Yeah, that's
Put yourself down there on the.
All right.
So where do you want to start? Here or down there?
Very
And I'm definitely still behind you, though.
Tell me how you move and where you
Take move us up like over to here. Move us up over here. So who can search for traps and stuff like that? By the way, we got any rogues
How many people
amongst
are here?
us?
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Are these guys with us, or are they just chilling?
There should be 1, 2,
I've
3.
got,
There should be
like,
5 of us.
Fine trap.
I don't know where the other mini
You
is.
got it. Well, who's the last mini? Is it Kellic? No, we got Kellic. got my
Luna's
guy.
over still by the tree.
Oh, it's Luna. Luna was the
Oh,
one
there
that
she
was
is.
missing. Yeah. There we go. So we're getting ready to go down this passageway, I guess, and there's signs of cube.
Are you playing Rama? Adam?
Rama's gone. Send
Rama's
the
already-
tourney in.
Rama's gone?
They've gone investigating.
Yeah.
These guys went investigating.
Correct.
Yeah,
Oh,
they ain't there. Of all the places they could be,
There is not one of them.
that is correct. Let me just quickly, Carl,
Yes.
in that box.
Which box?
That box.
Directing the old master. This one. This one. This one. Okay. This one. Yeah. All right, in here. Yep.
The scattered, the two smaller ones.
On the scatter.
Yeah, those two. Thank you kindly.
I'm gonna drink some more of the alcohol to cool it down.
Yeah.
All right.
Grab me another
Do you
one.
have Caesars or?
What's that? Put it away.
Grab
Oh,
me a
the
Caesar.
mead?
A Caesar.
Do you have Caesars?
There's some in there. Beer too. Beer too. Guinness. Mostly Guinness.
I'll take a Caesar. If you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where should I put the cans though?
I will
know
go get the
recycling
blue
bin. I don't
thing.
know where to put the.
Brief intermission.
I've never been here where there's no recycling bin.
Yeah.
Throwing out right
All right, buddy. Can I totally impose on you for a C's? Oh, he did?
He went to get the bin.
Oh, well, I'm just taking one then. That's how it's working. Just taking one. Thanks, Adam. Drinking your shit. Like I'm due for a replenish. I've been a withdrawer
But it's been a while since I did a little contrib.
Oh, you
I
got one.
brought you a pickled bean out of it. One for myself as well, sir.
Cool. Just moving whoever's coat this
Oh,
is.
I got one. I did need one, and
Well,
I
if-
got.
Well, do you want pickled bean or original?
Doesn't matter, whatever you want.
Oh, you missed out on the bean, bud.
Is it good? Yeah.
Oh, dude, have you never had the bean?
Not the can.
Oh man, it's actually good. Adam, you've had these at my place
Yeah, yeah.
before.
I
So
like
you
the
got it?
spicy
'Cause you're
one.
like, yes, the extra spicy they call it.
But my wife doesn't like it because it has that color red thing in it.
Oh
Red
yeah,
Dye
yeah.
42 or whatever it is.
Don't all of these have the
Is
red
it
dye
the Skittles?
42?
So,
Yeah, they banned
Does
the
it actually
Skittles
really
in,
do anything?
California.
Yeah.
Does it really actually do anything? Like, or what?
Oh, nothing's good for you.
That's what I mean. We're all getting cancer at like 55, 60 now instead of like, you know,
Oh
old
man,
people.
some of my friends in their 30s.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think it's environmental airborne stuff too.
Oh, it's all the shit that they're dumping chemtrails.
Oh, buddy, let's face it, it's the stuff that we're eating too. Everything is processed.
Yeah.
Like, even when you go and you buy
the
chicken
stuff that
breast,
you're eating is eating things
it's still a
that are processed.
GMO processed. You know? We're getting to a good section, that means.
To the standard adventure.
Oh, the adventure music. Yeah, that's right.
No, you know, you guys wouldn't have been.
The adventure music. Now that we've discovered it, there's no reason not to do it. But number 6, please. No hiding in 6. That's
What's it called again?
Play music when it came up last
What's it
night.
called again?
Adventure music?
No, but it's called like background Dungeons and Dragons background. We have to search
Yeah,
it this
at
way
least it
every
was
time.
something. It's just
No, I used it. What's it?
Let's do background music.
I'm surprised you
Dungeons
just
and
don't have it up
Dragons.
on the top somewhere.
Background music for D&D. There we go.
Resume browsing.
That's the one. That's their
The new
Patreon one. But
Albania?
that's the one. No.
I think
It
it's
was the
last one.
website. It's a new ambiance Hellhound Alley.
Okay, and then I'll just go to
Tabletop audio. That's the one.
the tabletop audio.
Tabletop audio. Good old tabletop audio. Thank you, tabletop audio.
I'm guessing the mic like that doesn't pick it up, right? You don't hear the music on there
On what?
on the camera.
Camera isn't recording any volume at all right now.
Yeah.
All the volume is happening from up there and over there. That's everything that's recording. That's why I put you soft spoken ones off on that side. We got a medium spoken one over here, and you know you got your guy on the side. You got Adam down here as being some loud talkers,
Yeah, I'm
some cracklers.
Does that one have like water in it? Go up.
Oh,
What's the big
the
skull?
High Seas Pursuit
The
looks pretty good.
Hibison Bay? Oh, dude, it's
Which
water,
one?
right?
Which
What's
one?
the
The
call?
River of Blood.
No, I want.
They have a sewer one down
Right there.
They
What's
sure
that?
they've
What's
got a
that?
sewer.
Hell of Angels? No.
I swear they've got a sewer one that they've literally
Can I
got one
search?
that
Can I
says sewer.
search?
Just scroll down a little. You'll see it. Sewer.
Tinkertown, Mega City Slums, Drowned Sailors,
They've just got so much.
Moisture Farm.
Oh my God! They've got Pool of Radiance. We have to listen to whatever it is. Adam, look what they have. It's called Pool of Radiance.
Oh, is that
It's
the one?
literally called Pool of Radiance. We just have to hear it.
Perfect.
Oh,
Right,
it's so
right.
good anyway. It's so good anyway. It worked out.
Volume
Yes.
down.
Yes. We can go higher now that I'm not sitting right there.
Yeah,
It doesn't distract me as much. But
So,
all right,
what are you guys doing?
can you go back to the thing and make sure it's still on? Yes.
What are you doing here?
I'm creeping in the. Oh, those are your side.
I need these.
All right.
So give me a.
I'm doing one more shadow.
What does that allow you to do?
I'm gonna walk ahead.
I'm gonna
What does that allow you to
use-
do? What does that allow you to do?
Oh, question. Well,
Okay.
I'll use it.
Warlock.
It is one of my invocations. I'll do some invocations. I don't know what page. Cantrips.
Yeah. You just have your phone open to the website that has them all there, and they're all just at your fingertips.
I would just type in one with shadow.
Yeah.
Just type in a search one with shadow. One with shadow. There we go. One with shadow. 5e. There.
When you are in an area of dim light or darkness, you can use your action to become invisible until you move or take an action or a reaction.
And that's one of your Eldritch invocations.
Yeah.
That's one of yours.
Invisible.
I say, ha! Your dark god isn't nearly as good as my dark god. My dark god lets me turn completely invisible whenever I want.
Why do you need to be invisible right now?
Oh, what? Why do you need to be one with shadows right now, smart guy?
It's dark and we're in a tunnel.
Well, then I go invisible. There you go. I just do it, just like that.
There's
I
the
don't need to be visible.
Oh,
I can
it's
go
happening.
visible too. Like, you want, yeah, okay,
Mine doesn't even cost me a spell. I just do it, but I can only do it for 1 minute at a time. Then I have to redo it. Invisible. It only lasts for 1 minute at a time.
put your invisibility marker out if you need it. Either way, tell me what you're doing.
Do you want to go back to the thing? All right, so we're over here. Are you invisible or are you not invisible right now, Kelly? Or are you just one with the shadow?
No, you just do it.
Oh yeah, I just.
So you're 60 feet ahead.
I don't like it.
So put your guys, everyone else,
I'm
back.
a young, arrogant punk. What can I say?
Put everyone else toward the back, please.
There we go. Here's my guy.
Because you're at least 60 feet ahead.
Wait, you can't be invisible.
see
You
it.
have the fucking
What is
flashlight. Your cat's
What do we
feeling.
Oh yeah.
So,
What
it's
does
an
that do?
old goblin
so I guess
banner
I'm just like holding a. There's just daylight
that
globe floating in front of
got
you. I guess
left
that
behind
means.
when
Yes,
people
sir.
were.
I'm invisible, but the globe is not.
Now, this place again, there's been a lot of the this pathway is again, parts of it have been like a sponge has been washed over the mill. You see that old tattered flag, like crest, war banner from a goblin tribe that's succumbed to the moisture down here, and it's covered in fungus and grossness. There are also vines. I'll use these. Represent vines growing along the tunnel's edge at various locations.
Ooh, but there are vines.
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe it's not all being eaten up then by the.
Again, you see,
by the
it's like a
cubes.
sponge.
Yeah.
So, which leads you to the assumption that gelatinous cubes perhaps don't patrol this area.
Oh, but maybe it's like an Otyug or whatever they are. Those guys used to be so.
There are other types of oozes.
It's one of the other kinds of oozes.
Okay, so you're ahead. You're 60 feet ahead. So what are you doing? You're ahead of the party. Everyone else is back there. You see that thing.
Did you move your guy, Kelly?
You move everybody else back to the edge of the map, so that they're not. He's 60 feet ahead. He's that way. No, you're invisible.
No, that's me who's invisible.
You're not invisible, Kelly?
No, he's using
We're
shadow
both
step.
invisible. We're
So
both
this
invisible.
is
Oh,
Kelly.
I'm
who's-
invisible now too.
You're invisible
No,
too.
I got tired of you showing me up with invisibility.
All right, then I'll be the little invisible guy, and you can be the adult invisible guy.
So move the other three down to the end of the
These
map.
guys will just get me down. All right.
They're 60 feet ahead of you because you're 60. They're in. Actually, they're like 120 feet ahead of you.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm not there. Just you're going. I just turned invisible just to show you up. I'm still back. It's all you, Kelly.
Well, no. Once you're invisible, you stay invisible. You can be. Everyone can be with you if you like. But
Yeah, but he's gone scouting. Remember, he's said
right.
he's
So
going
what are
ahead.
you doing?
I'm searching the walls. I'm feeling around. I'm ordinary levers and
Like, there's no levers. There's nothing like that around. There's just
So I
old
see this
goblin
goblin banner. Anything
Full of holes.
Use on the banner.
full of holes. Are you gonna move it? You're gonna search it. You're gonna move it around. You're gonna.
Yeah, search.
Okay, so you go to lift up the cloth, and it falls apart in your hand as you go and move it. Underneath it, you find a single goblin skeleton carrying a backpack with a smaller goblin in it, skeleton, that are collapsed.
Oh, it's so cute.
Okay.
They're laid. They have a small pouch Like his backpack has a few pockets.
So I'll just like
What direction was the head facing
holler back.
of the skeleton?
Safe to come
Was
up.
the head facing that way or was the head facing that way?
That way.
And did it look like they just collapsed forwards, like on their stomach?
Yeah.
So they were probably going in that direction when they died. So that could be the direction of, if these guys are trying to escape, then that could be a direction that allows to escape.
Yeah. So by lifting up the cloth, that's what you see.
Anything coming up behind
Good, good.
So what's your deal, Kelly? Where are you going next? Clearing the way
I'll
for us,
holler
moving
back to the
forward.
party and be like, safe, come. Okay, so
And then you're gonna move forward some more?
advance, yeah.
Ooh.
Give me a reflex saving throw.
Reflex saving throw.
Plus the deck.
Mm-hmm. You're outside of 30 feet from Steve, so you don't get that
So you
benefit.
just get
But he does get the +4 though,
Plus
because
4.
you still have some of your additional 15 HP.
Yeah.
So you got
Yeah,
+4.
Plus
Oh yeah,
4 is
16.
20.
You're good.
20?
Yeah.
6 arrows fly down the hallway towards you, and you take 12 damage. You hear as very small, like arrows, ding off the floor as the ones that missed him.
Yeah, so they
skitter
couldn't quite
on the
reach
grass.
us, but they're
Yeah, they're
advancing towards us like a skipped disco disc.
You know that there is nothing saw you, but you took damage, so you lose your invisibility. But
Yeah,
again,
so
whatever,
you-
it doesn't matter.
you relay that to
Oh, I
us.
lost my.
Well, you take 12 damage. You took 12 damage.
Fear. So am I afraid at all now? I lost the fear.
No, you still have 3 hit points of those left. So you
Yeah.
actually are
Oh yeah,
nothing.
you're right.
Yeah.
So
No.
You haven't
I-
actually really taken any damage.
I go ahead of everybody.
Okay.
And then I use my shield. If
You
we're
have
following up.
advantage on your reflex saving throws. So you begin closing the gap. So, move your
How
piece up.
far is this?
How far do you guys want to go? Up
So
to here?
he was 120 feet ahead of you. He was at the edge of the daylight spell.
Usador. And
Okay.
Before they get there, you could cast your thing again, right? Or is that once per long rest?
Oh, I think that my guy has worn off now because mine is only 1 minute at a time.
So no
I don't think it's
longer. I'm not in shadow and I'm not in.
You could have been.
Oh,
You were
first thing
150.
weapons,
You were
yeah.
100, more than 120 feet away from him. You got hit. You'd become visible. But if you could do it again, if that allows you to one with shadow, when it doesn't say it just takes an action or a reaction.
Is it anything? Yeah.
So it just means it takes you whenever you're there, you can become invisible. So you get hit, no one's there to see you. You don't move. You can become invisible again all day long.
Okay, I'm invisible again.
No, you're not invisible. You're one with shadowed. There's a
Yeah.
very important distinction because
Yeah.
I, and I do it again,
Yeah.
am invisible. You
So
are one with shadow.
as you close the distance, you don't see Kellic anywhere. Steve, what do you do?
I don't have.
You
like,
move up or do you?
I don't have a search for traps. I moved up. And
I
moved
can
forward
use
behind
find
You don't know
traps.
where he is, so you don't know
Ooh.
where.
I'm gonna hold my action
Position.
and
Go back to it, please.
what way did you walk? I guess I can't see.
You can't see
where
him.
you went. So I see where I walk like this way. I guess like around the tree, kind of like trying to like hug the wall over here. How far can I go? As
Okay,
far as I
wait,
want?
show me the squares and that you move that you step in as you step in them.
Okay, so I'm going to. Well, there's only like one real way to go, so I'm gonna try to like hug around this tree, and come around here.
Okay, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Search for traps. 18 plus like 11.
Yep, because you also get the +4 right now.
Yeah. Oh, 18 plus 11 plus 5. So that's what? That's
16.
But you guys are behind me, so
8.
I never said it moved up.
Take 8 damage, Steve, and only because, again,
I
like
have advantage too, don't I?
Right.
as my shield.
Arrows again.
And you hold, but you while you're hugging the wall, you can't have your shield in front of you and be hugging the wall around the roots if you're trying to not step on
Okay.
the right.
Or you're supposed to be going boldly out in front of it, absorbing any damage that could have come against us.
So,
Thanks for nothing, Steve.
but you can see that the
What's
arrows.
that? Orphan?
Well, technically, I guess I'm not.
Yeah, at least my mom's not a whore. She's a holy woman.
Very holy.
Well, I don't know.
So-
That's just the way that Big U treated her. I don't even want to say his full name, but she wasn't.
So
Alright,
you
she
got-
wasn't.
Mama was a hoe. She was weekend pussy. She had you to keep the wizard. It didn't work out. That's why he ate you. But he's a good wizard.
Is he? A
He
good
takes
wizard?
care of his
After that dream,
real
is
family.
he still
Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre. So what's so Steve, you're there.
And I'll still move up as far as I can actually go.
Well, keep going.
Well, you can move.
Tell me what squares you're moving in and how you're moving
I
through
just don't know what everybody else behind me is going to be doing because
Well, now
Okay,
I'm
it's
going to
just
cover
like-
behind this root, so that if you do set off any more traps and they go behind you because you're
Did
hugging
you
the
cast find traps?
wall,
Or
I
are you
can.
worried
won't,
about it?
I
won't hit
can-
me accidentally.
Before you do, just wait a second. Everybody else carrying on down the tunnel?
I'm not. I'm hanging out here. I want to kind of get that cool looking red flower.
Are you moving down the tunnel any further?
Where am I?
You're the invisible guy.
Yeah, but I don't.
No, you're right
Oh,
there.
you've
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
move.
that's me. That's me.
You're
No, you're still there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
but
he's no
move
longer
Yeah,
visible.
I'll
You're
advance.
hiding
He
in
was
shadows.
still
You're
outside.
hiding in shadows.
I'll advance 60 yards down.
Okay, so advance 60 yards down the tunnel. Show me what squares you move in as you move.
So you're really like right by the tree, I guess.
Stop. Reflex saving throw.
He moved. He did it. He didn't listen. Now he's got to pay the price.
6.
They're just
Versus
regular
6.
arrows. They're not
11
fucking
plus-
acid.
Saving throw?
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good one. You're getting beat
plus
up
2.
now.
What's your totals?
I can't make it work. Oh God.
I'm
So
sorry?
14 plus 2 is 11, so just 13.
Oh
Plus,
shit.
plus you still have the hit.
Is that everything added?
Oh, yeah. No. That, yeah, you're right.
You still have the
I
hit points.
erased it. What was that again?
Yeah, like you still had 3 hit points from the.
Yeah,
from
I was
him.
from the
still
temporary.
right.
So it was another plus 4. No,
Plus
3, 4.
Well, how much damage did
16
you
plus
take?
4 is 20.
Or
He's about to take
You have
more, but
3 left.
before he takes
he
the
had 3
damage, he
left. But
still has.
how much is the plus?
the aura.
3? Is it 4 or 3?
It's plus 4.
Okay, so it's plus 4. So you still have plus 4.
So 20.
So 20 total. So I'd probably take half damage.
So it's 16.
Holy fuck.
Wow. Those traps, dude.
The arrows also now fly from behind you. One of them flies from behind you.
I said, Kellic, old man, stop being such a moron. Just let this big, bulky, armored guy walk in front and set them off. He looks like he can take some
Are you
damage.
casting Find Traps yet? You have
I'm gonna do Find Trap.
to. You're welcome to not.
What? This whole time you could have just cast Find Traps?
Yeah, what
This whole time? This whole time?
I'll let you guys.
I figured
Suck
let
some
the
damage.
teenager just be reckless.
Oh, I didn't even go.
Should have ran down that hall.
No, I said Kellic and you. I didn't go at all.
No, that's your.
I already have one.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah. I'll take a Snickers. Thank you. Plus 5
You seem
experience
grumpy.
points.
You just
Plus
like
5 experience
We're
points.
not you when you're hungry.
I'm inspired.
All right. So what's the story?
You
You're
cast Find
casting
Trap?
it. You're casting
I
Find Traps.
cast Find Trap.
All right. And now what? What do we see, Adam? Where are they? Tell us where they are.
It's the roots of the trees themselves. Whenever anybody steps on the roots, it's tied in with these traps. Goblins are very crafty.
Son of a bitch.
And if you look, because of the growth that's been happening in this whole area, these roots are very strong, very wide, very well grown. and very sensitive and susceptible. Now, how many arrows were still stored in these things before someone went through here is unknown.
So, yo, Druid Girl, why don't you just like make these roots move then for us? Like just
I
wrap
don't think
all
I
the
can move
plants.
the root.
Yeah, you can tell them to move. You're talking to the plants and shit.
Can't move the roots.
Doesn't it say that you
Can you ask them to
Move the
allow
branches.
us to pass?
It specifically does not allow.
movement? It says that doesn't
Shall
necessarily mean
not
that it can make the roots move. That's not necessarily movement of the entire plant.
It's that it can't cause it to up.
Can she ask the roots to allow us to pass through this passage?
I don't know.
You have to roll for it.
You just have to cast a spell and
I want to look that one up.
Yeah.
Can you allow a safe passage?
What does it talk to plants?
Yep, she's got it.
How about plants?
so you know that it's the plants themselves that are causing these
Yeah.
arrows to trigger.
See if you can move roots. And now I want to know.
So, what is it?
Talk with plants.
The only one thing that allows them to uproot and well, there's create and awaken the tree. There's also if they're in a green dragon's lair, they move out of the way to avoid the dragon,
For real?
and then
That
cover
doesn't
it,
even make sense.
and then cover its tracks after
Talking about the trees move out of the way.
they don't break.
All right.
And they actually work.
So
to-
they're sentient, is what you're saying. All trees are sentient. If they detect
To
a
a
green
point.
dragon, then they
the
move.
dragon just naturally controls them to do that.
I'm gonna give you the focus now, Adam.
Okay.
I've had enough of Luna. Now it's you.
Bask in my glory.
There he is. Oh, it looks good. And I can rewind that and watch that over and over.
My gift to the masses.
And what a gift it is.
So,
Boost, are you still with us?
I'm right here, bud.
All right.
so what are you doing? What do you guys want to do? Like you cast fine traps. You know it's the roots. You don't. You know that all these pillars carry on down this corridor.
Yeah, it'd be a druidy thing.
It's in the spell list.
It's not though.
Yeah,
Which?
speak to plants and animals.
Oh, speak.
Speak with plants is a level 3.
Yeah.
I already used that one.
Come on, you
Together.
didn't know
It's right
that?
here.
You didn't
Speak
know
with
that?
animals.
It's right here, guys.
Speak with plants.
Plants might be able to form other attacks on your behalf. So the spell doesn't enable plants to uproot themselves and move about.
It says
They can
uproot
free-
themselves and move about, but that
They can
doesn't...
freely move branches, tendrils, and stalks. Tendrils, branches, and stalks, not roots.
Yeah, but it says you can also turn difficult terrain caused by plant growth.
Yeah, but then it specifies the kinds of things they can do. Thickets and undergrowth.
It's not.
Yeah, we got rules lawyer, buddy. His rules lawyering was better than our rules lawyering.
Oh, because this fucking says
Yeah.
DM's discretion. You're turning it like CP. Twisting words.
Look, I know.
Twisting words.
You're doing this, Aaron. This is all your fault.
This is
You could allow
purely.
it.
This
You
is
could allow
purely a
You're the one
good
that
faith.
sent the
You could
pamphlets
allow
out.
it right now, Adam. You could just say yes. You could just say
This
yes.
is purely.
And you guys thought I was a bitch
No,
DM.
but-
And I was going to say, you guys thought I was
If
the
you-
bitch DM. Here
She
we go.
didn't cast.
Here
She
we
didn't cast speak with plants. She cast fine traps.
But she, what's that?
She
but
knows
already
that the
had
animals-
The other one.
Yeah, but she isn't concentrating on it. It's been longer than 10 minutes.
And I guess she can only concentrate one at a time. Fine. I got you saying. He's like, yeah, she burned to level 3.
No. I tell you what. I'll be fair about it. Has it been more or less than 10 minutes? Odd or even?
Even.
It's been longer than 10 minutes. I rolled a 9.
Unfortunate.
See, that's fair. I'm fair. You'll find I am kind.
A kind dictator.
That's it. Yeah.
Benevolent.
Yes.
So
Hmm.
you cast. You know that this trap is in fact
Would you want to go back to it?
tied to.
So I just hop along, avoiding the roots. Do. I avoid the roots.
I require dexterity saving throws to pass through this area as far as you're going to do it.
All right, fine. I make sure Steve's around me when I'm doing it, so I get his bonuses.
Steve is not exactly very dexterous.
No, but I just want his +5 bonus.
So if Steve is triggering the trap,
But he's not though. He's not triggering no traps.
Yeah.
Well,
So I have him move up to here. Here, Steve. I'm gonna move your guy. You
No,
move
wait.
up-
Stop. Stop.
No,
Stop. Wait.
Stop what?
I need to know if people are moving.
A hail of gunfire.
If people are moving, she casts find traps.
And now we know what's the roots. We know it's the roots.
You
Just
know
avoid
it's
the
the
roots. Avoid the roots.
The roots are straight,
roots.
and it's all mildewy and stuff like that here too. I need dexterity
Avoid the
saving
roots.
throws to avoid the roots and not fall. Because if you fall, you will hit the roots.
19.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Not saying it's not saying it's a hard DC. There's a chance of failure.
Ooh, permission? Just
Yeah.
gobbling all your shit up today, buddy. I rolled a 19. What'd you roll? Don't forget, you got +9.
9 plus 9, 18.
18.
Plus your dex.
Plus 9.
No, you get no dex. You're wearing plate belt.
Oh, sucks to be you.
But
bro.
I'm also athletic though.
You're athletic, but you're wearing plate belt.
Okay, so
We
I
got
still got
you.
18.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, you're fine.
When I'm with him,
You're fine. Yeah,
okay, 21.
you're good. You're good.
Well, that included the +4
So,
for
are
me
you
and
trying
the
to
+5
avoid
together.
the roots? You have to avoid 2 sets of roots.
Oh, you gotta avoid 2 sets of roots. What's
You're
up?
not now. If you're traveling within 30 feet of Steve now, you get his +5.
And you also you no longer have your shield up anymore,
way
so
up
you're
there,
not
though.
getting the +4 anymore.
Wait,
No,
he's-
but he would have it as long as he had those additional hit points, but he no longer has the additional HP, so he's no longer getting the +4. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So you got through the first one.
Find
Now the
next
second
one.
set.
Next one, because there's 2.
How
that
big
you passed.
are these trees?
They're the roots of trees and vines that grow in the sewers.
Can you try talking to them or something?
No. Are they bigger than me?
I mean, above ground, yes.
And you can't move the roots specifically.
No,
or else you
I
would've
was
done
just-
it.
I have the ability to travel via tree. So I
Just
would
make your dex
avoid
saves.
all those traps.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's gonna burn a 5th level slot.
Oh, I'm especially interested now.
It allows you to travel to any point on any of the tree. It doesn't have to be lateral.
Whoa.
So you could go up these trees.
It costs you a 5th level slot
If you
every
do
time
that-
you want to do it.
if you do that, it's
Oh,
gonna
but you
fucking
could-
shape the tree.
No, but she could
No.
take the tree upwards from within. She could teleport through the tree to the upper part, get all the way out of this whole dungeon, as long as that tree's branches extend up into Waterdeep. Then she could actually just teleport through the
Judging
tree.
by the strength
You'd
of
think
these
it would
trees
have
and the
to
growth
be.
that you've seen, you would absolutely ascertain that would.
So
be
there is a
correct.
cool ability associated with it in the end, and that means is that she could straight up get out of here if she cast it. She could be gone, period, up to the top, back up to Waterdeep.
and get a bird's eye view of.
There's actually
Whatever.
merit. And is that something that is only a one-time use, or is that something that lasts for a while?
Tree stride, I believe it's called.
It lasts
called?
1 minute.
Oh, so you'd actually have 60 seconds worth. You could come down, go to that one, then go
What's it
from.
called? Tree step or tree stride?
Tree stride.
That's pretty cool.
You gain the ability to enter a tree and move from inside it to another tree, same kind, within 500 feet. Both trees must be living in at
Oh, so you
least the
sort of
same
teleport
size
on top of
as
that.
you.
That's crazy.
You must use 5 feet of movement to enter tree. Instantly know the location of all other trees of the same kind within 500 feet. As part of the move used to enter the tree, you either pass into one of those trees or step out of the tree you're in. You appear in a spot of your choice within 5 feet of the destination.
And like any
So if
spot
you were
on
in
the
a
tree.
forest, every 5 feet of your movement could actually be 500 feet. So if you had 30 feet, you could actually move 3,000 feet with your No, it would actually be 6,000 feet with your 30
No, it would
feet.
be.
Yeah, because you get
times-
6
it's
instances.
10 minutes.
Oh, 6 instances of 500 would still be 3,000.
It's 100.
Wow.
It's 10 instances.
Yeah.
10 instances.
Within the minute, yes, that's right.
Right.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Right. It's a really good
Yeah.
fucking spell.
Holy shit! The amount of distance you could travel. That's like the fastest. What travels even faster than that? Is there a way? to even-
Just a teleport.
Yeah,
Link.
Straight teleport from one
Yeah.
circle to another. That's it.
but it's a level 5 spell. You burning it or what?
You could also speak with plants. You could burn it again if you like. There are options. If people are going to carry on down the corridor, I need the dexterity
I
saving.
like to speak with plants in this case.
Well, but we know that it can't move the roots. Adam has already ruled that the roots are not
What
something
else does
that
it
can be
allow you to
moved.
do?
Talk to them.
A
What?
lot of things. It allows you to do a lot of things.
But none of which would involve manipulating the traps out of the way. Unless you could have the
I
branches
could
set them off.
communicate with it to avoid stepping on its roots.
We can turn them off for you if you cast it.
Oh, damn.
Right?
Or they could probably just set them off using one of their branches, which you could have activate it, and then it's activated, and then you
Goblins
move
are very dexterous. They could, and they're very small. They could tiptoe along here. Pip would have a lot easier time getting past these traps. It's for a DC 15 to avoid. You guys are all rolling like 18s and better, so I can't. I mean,
Yeah.
now that you know they're there and are consciously trying to avoid them, right?
I can do, yeah, I'll save my tip. That is a really cool one.
It allows you to do a lot of cool stuff, get a lot of it.
Is there anything else in the trees angled up in? Or is it just...
Are you perceiving? Are you moving up to a tree in order to investigate it?
Well, yeah. I'm gonna.
She
Start...
turns it off. You just step on the roots. If you
I
cast it.
can walk up to this tree, like, over here, before I even
Yeah, the
trigger
first
anything.
one. Yep.
And then communicate with the tree, and in my druid way, to say, please stop shooting arrows.
So you have to first touch the tree. It has the spell.
Yeah.
Press it.
So give me a reflex saving throw.
Can you go back to it, please?
Okay. 15 plus dex is 18.
They're good.
Do you have your shield? Do you still have your 15
Or my
hit points?
saving throw is also.
'Cause you got
So
plus
do I
4.
use my dex and my saving throw?
No, you roll. This is a saving throw. So if you're proficient, you add your dexterity modifier and your proficiency modifier. If you're proficient in dexterity,
And you're plus
I'm
4.
proficient in dexterity plus the dex.
plus your
Nine.
9.
Yeah.
So you pass. You take 15 hit points as the arrows fly towards you. You touch it, and you're able to speak with the plants.
Full belly bravery, baby.
You ask it to turn off the traps. Yes.
Yes.
They will no longer activate the traps for you.
Yeah.
You carry on.
Mm-hmm.
You come to this
So
spot
kind
where the path
I'm
hooks
so
south
sorry. You're
and hooks
insane.
straight. Bear in mind, you guys have no bearing on where in Waterdeep it is that you are currently. You're wandering blindly through the sewers. So the party had originally had the intention to find the yawning portal. Currently, you are wandering through the sewers, through parts of Waterdeep that you do not know. So
I was hoping to at some point try and get to the Mages Guild.
okay.
I thought that we
doesn't
should
seem
go back
like
and
it
ask.
right
When we talked to Edgar, he said that he knew of items within the city that would help us go back in time, basically.
One of them was the hag's eye that he had. That when the one
There we
exploded,
go. Yeah.
it swelled and became like a plantier.
So I'm thinking that we should go and we should like do things like find that hag's eye, bring it to him, go find the other
He
items.
did say it
do
was at the Mages Guild.
Oh, so there's something at the
Grandma
Mages
has
Guild.
gone to just, he doesn't know anything about Waterdeep. He went with Tello, who knows a little bit. He's going to end up finding how to get to.
He mentioned the Mages Guild. He mentioned like the Magister's office and a bunch of other places.
Aurora's home.
So if you wanted to, I mean, we may as well go to where you wanted to then.
But you have to travel there across the surface. You don't know how to get there through the sewers. The goblins guided everyone through the sewers. You guys are walking blindly and currently through a secret passageway that the goblins use to escape.
So that's what we can ascertain through this, that we feel like the breeze of the outside.
As you guys spend more time in this corridor, Jay and Rochelle, give me an insight check that I will have as a lowered DC.
I got a 9 plus.
You don't have. Did you lose? You lost all your +4, so you're near Steve.
Did you take more than 15
You
damage?
took 50.
So you just lost it. But you
31
still,
damage, half.
You can be with me. Like we'll carry on together. You'll be within the.
So plus 5.
You got
So
the
you
plus
get the plus
5 at
five.
least. There's some Steve action.
Yeah, it was
Steve
his plus
action.
5. It's just fucking cranking up the party fucking
Well,
saves.
it helps.
Hey, my plus 4.
Helps
my
huge.
plus 4 that's in there too.
Helps you. Yeah, you guys had plus 9
Yeah,
on top
static.
of all your shit. Like, that's
Static
fucking
plus
huge.
9, baby.
Even half damage from these traps.
It's the craziest thing I've ever heard is static plus
So
9.
what's the totals for the insight checks?
Not much.
UC still got plus 9,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, he hasn't
You
taken
says plus
anything.
9. And you've got plus 5, Rochelle.
What's your insight check, Jay? Plus 9 plus all your stuff.
13 plus 9, so what's that? 21?
22.
22?
And now that's total 13 plus 9, not including your intelligence and all that.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. So 25.
And your proficiency is intelligence is
Yeah,
one.
I included the proficiency in there.
Okay, 25.
There.
This corridor feels familiar to you, although you've never seen it.
I think this is where you met your mom.
How's that work?
But he wasn't talking
You
to me.
you
Was he?
feel like
He wasn't talking to me.
Like you've walked down
I was
this,
looking around for
you know,
somebody.
kind
Was
of
he talking
pathway
about me?
before. Like, so when on your way to Xanathar's lair,
Been mouthy 'cause the
you guys
camera's not
walk
on,
down a
right?
corridor with roots spanning the ground, but nothing triggered when you guys were going there. And, you know, it was an
Right
overgrown.
into Xanathar's lair, maybe.
Well, you
Interesting.
don't know exactly how to get there. Again, it's the sewers of Waterdeep. It's a complicated place to find your way around. So you can continue carrying on, wandering aimlessly through the sewers, and you will eventually arrive somewhere. But you know how to get to the Mages Guild overland.
All right, let's quickly go and let's go back to the throne. We have to decode the throne before we get too far away, or else we'll never do it.
So I'm just saying, you guys don't know your ways through the sewers.
Yeah. So before we get too
That's
far
what the
away,
goblins. That's what the goblins did. You can spend your time and you can learn them, but you know that you're going to end up going down this path toward the Thieves Guild, toward Xanathar's lair. You will encounter a great many more traps.
and before we do that, I mean, we've got a riddle that we haven't solved yet. We're walking away from it. We're walking away from the loot of the Goblin King right now. My guy's all about the loot, man. I want the loot from the gobs. I got a feeling. The throne was glowing. The throne has a magic compartment in its lower base.
So if we smash that though,
We couldn't smash it,
Couldn't
even though
move
we
it.
tried, and we couldn't move it. Couldn't move it, I guess.
we can smash it. But if we smash it, this whole place will be covered in.
Will it though?
Possibly.
We don't know that. There's probably something simple that we don't have to smash it. There's no way that he'd be like, I want to access my hidden area. I better smash my whole throne. Like, there's something that we're missing, right? I put the skull on top of this skull on the back of the throne.
So somebody has to sit on the. Somebody has to sit on the throne.
That's the
with
command.
skull,
That's the
has to
command.
say
though.
this whatever's on the skull. Open it. That's what I'm getting from it. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, maybe we can have Usador saying "Goblin open" or something like that to try and command the throne while he's wearing the helmet.
I still need some motivation here. So
Treasure,
I still think
loot.
that you're this potentially trying to destroy. I'm not sure that I don't want to just murder you.
Well, do you want the loot or
For the good of
not?
humanity.
You can murder me later. Do you want this loot? I know I do.
I don't
So-
want any. Yeah, fine. I don't need any loot. I'm doing just great.
It's 10:21. Let's call it here. Well, you guys are going to return back to the Goblin Throne.
I advocate for solving this riddle before we move along.
I
Alright,
agree. I think it might be
alright,
actually something that we need.
It could be something
I
we
will put
need.
on the helmet
Yes,
as,
UC puts on.
as a gesture of friendship towards my new son. How about that?
I say it's the least you can do. Now let's go. start opening this shit.
So you put on the helmet, Jay. Give me an Arcana check.
For fuck's sakes.
And you got +9 though, Jay. You got +9. Plus your intelligence. Plus if you're are you proficient in Arcana?
Nat 1.
And it doesn't matter. He doesn't play that way. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You got an 18 on your nat 1.
What do you mean? +10? What are you doing all this?
So he's got +9 from he and I. That's +9. Plus he's proficient in Arcana, which is another +4. 10, 11, 12, that's +13. Plus his intelligence, which is probably another +4. That's 17. Plus his 1 is 18. Possibly 19.
Oh, yep,
is
yep,
+5.
he updated it to 5.
Doesn't he get fucking advantage because he decided me to?
No, that's only for combat. But it's a 19. It's a 19 off of that one.
Good.
Like,
Jay,
Yep.
you know that you also like speak Goblin, so you've got it on your head. It doesn't innately feel like it doesn't. Okay, how do I describe this?
let's grind.
It's not where it wants to be.
So the helmet does not want to be on the head.
You get the sense that it's not like happy. You go and sit on the throne. Carl just moved you to put you on the throne.
Okay.
I thought they said he was sitting on the throne. Are you sitting on the throne with the helmet on, giving commands and reading Goblin and shit? Yeah, go all in. All right, good. He's all in. So he's sitting on the throne. With
As
the
you
helmet
make
on.
your Arcana check and you're sitting on the throne, a voice is speaking to you in Goblin. It says, "You are not supposed to be here."
Okay.
All right.
And can I respond to the voice?
You tell
Do
us
whatever
this.
you like.
Tell us this. You tell us that the voice is telling you that we're not supposed to be here.
And I want to respond with saying, we know we're not supposed to be here. We're looking for revenge for all human and goblin kind against whatever has happened to Waterdeep. Can you help us?
What do you wish to banish from this area?
We wish to banish all dragon kind from this area. We don't know how to do that. It's beyond us.
No, keep the gluttonous cubes away. Ask him how to open the throne. Ask him how to open the throne. Tell him how do we get the
trying to
loot.
get the gelatinous cubes out of here. We love them. They're great, but they're in the way of our wider quest, which is to rid this area of anything that would violate our alliance with the goblins. As you can tell from me speaking Goblin, me and the goblins, we go way back.
60 feet from this throne is warded currently from oozes of any kind.
Stick to the plan, man. Find out what's going on
Even
with this
your
throne.
seed.
Come on, man.
If you
Let's go.
want to banish it from another type, you have but to wish it.
Well, that's very kind of you.
You notice that
I'm
humans
asking
is
for
not
some
on the
advantage,
list
so
of things that are excluded.
help me out here. What am I banishing? I can clearly talk
Ask
to
him
everybody
about the
else.
throne.
Ask for
Ask him
advice.
to open the throne. Say, open the throne, helmet.
He's
Open the
asking you
throne.
what creature types you want banished in a 60-foot area
I
to,
want
to
banished.
protect this area so it's a safe place to rest. And remains a safe place to rest. Currently it's protected against oozes.
I don't know how to answer that.
I think that's the best.
Dragons?
No. the
Ask
best-
him. It's probably Oozes is the best one right now. We can tell.
You're gonna
but
say oozes and then all of a
Dragons
sudden all
are
the
above
fucking
ground right
oozes
now,
are gonna
hon.
come.
Ask him how to just say how do we open the say open treasure.
Open session.
Open
Oh.
sesame.
Open throne room treasure. Open throne treasure.
Open throne treasure, please.
I don't understand what you
I'm
mean.
trying to impress my son.
I don't understand what you mean. Am I not enough?
The throne is glowing.
The throne is the treasure, people. That's a huge innate effect to be able to banish creature types in a
Ask him
60-foot area.
where this throne belongs.
Throne, are you worth a lot of money?
Ask him would we be able to take this throne with us somewhere?
That's a good question. I like that question.
But it's so heavy we can't even lift it.
We can return it to its proper spot.
This is its proper spot.
It's not its proper spot. It's fucking got moved down here.
No, this was always Grant's thing. This is
You're
probably how
pretty
he kept
sure
the
it
things
wasn't
together.
moved down here, but you're also pretty sure that the stone doesn't belong here. But you cannot move it.
Oh, so it's the stone and not the throne. That's the thing.
That's
It's the
treasure.
stone and not the throne. So it's just that part that's how heavy is just the part that's glowing. How heavy is just because that's what it is. It's we can make things not come within range of that stone using the helmet, and that's they just happen to get the stone built into the throne here. So how heavy is that stone? What's that? What's the weight on it? Can any one of us carry the stone?
What if
If Mogrim was here with his belt of cloud giant strength, he could not move the stone.
Oh, all right. So the throne.
Now
is
give me if you're going to ID the throne, I can tell you
I'll ID them?
you have ID,
I have fucking history.
you have identified.
You rolled a one.
No.
He's got nothing.
It is the stone of stoneliness.
Identify scrolls? Wasn't that whole conversation
We
had
had
to
5, we
identify?
didn't use them.
Yeah, you didn't use them yet, but you could use them right now if you wanted
You can
to.
use a scroll of identify.
Okay,
I'd like scroll of identify right now.
it is the lodestone of banishment.
Oh, cool. The
That sounds
lodestone of banishment.
It is basically immovable. It is an artifact of immense power that has been around in the goblin tribes for millennia, and it is immobile. The only way to move lodestone is to teleport it.
Oh.
It cannot when it is where it is, it cannot be moved by
Father and
physical
son pick. There you go.
Well, I have teleportation circle.
means.
Yeah.
You do.
We could set that up.
You do.
As soon as you teleport that, we're fucked.
Well, no, the
The,
Shambling
the
Mounds or whatever
teleportation
like that.
circle that you know of leads to one place.
That desecrated ruin.
The hole where you guys teleported into from the hells.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's where what's his name?
That's where Aurora's place used to be,
It's
right?
the ruins of Aurora's place.
The ruins of
Near
Aurora's
where
place.
Edgar's corpse is strung across the thing. You rested
Edgar,
very much.
one of the
That's,
heroes of
Hold
Waterdeep.
on. That actually wouldn't be that bad of an idea if we can teleport that back to where Edgar is and it's close.
Yeah.
We have a place to fucking go back to.
Uh-huh.
If dragons come, we can fucking say banish dragon with 60
Oh,
feet.
I just feel like they'd be like, we breathe fire, and now we collapse this whole thing on you. Yay, we got
But they
around
wouldn't be
it.
able to get to it.
Yeah, but they'd be able to do it from further than 60 feet away. They'd just be like, hey,
A
we're
lot of their
120
breath weapons are more
Yeah.
than 60
They just
feet.
be like, okay, so
like
we,
120
we
foot
won't
line.
go into hand-to-hand combat with these guys.
You know? But it is useful for a great many things.
Yeah.
It's expensive to move.
If we move this,
We can do it later.
we can do that later. If we move this now, these tunnels basically are gonna fuck us.
So it would become overrun.
With all the gelatinous cubes and slime and fucking everything.
Correct.
The
The only thing,
we wouldn't be able to use this as a base of operations anymore.
Right.
but you also don't know how to traverse the sewers.
Was there a summoning circle within this area here?
Ask
What's this? What's this part under here?
Can
I
you-
search under there. Is that a summoning circle?
No, that's just the nice goblin stonework around the
Oh
altar.
man,
that
it
I
totally
put
looks
there.
like a summoning circle. I think you accidentally
Lucidor, can
misrepresented a summoning
No,
circle.
this is a
there.
summoning circle.
Can you ask the throne if
That's
it
the
has a
summoning
map
circle,
down
but
here?
it's like that. Oh, you laid it. You laid it. You played it.
See,
You
that
laid
would
it,
be
you
a
played
summoning circle. Not saying you can't make a summoning circle there.
Hey Jake, can
Yeah, but
you
it
ask
wouldn't be a
if it
permanent
has a
one yet.
map of the tunnels?
Do you have a map? Yeah, but would help us get around, please?
Who?
Ask the throne.
Us.
No, but who are you asking?
He's asking the
I
throne.
am a friend of Goblin Kai.
He's communicating with the throne.
How does one navigate these passages?
One would require a map, or to be a goblin raised in these tunnels. We've spent centuries farming oozes and things to keep the human world's filth from backing up and being paid handsomely for goblins. It was as honest a wage as a goblin has ever earned.
Not recently.
Not recently. It's true.
Not the past 15 years.
It's true.
That's correct.
How would you like to make some more coin?
I'm motivated by greed.
What's he gonna do with it?
He's a disembodied
He's just a
voice.
skull.
Yeah, just
Voice.
be like, we noticed a lot of the goblins down
Do you
here.
wish to change what you have? What is banished from this area?
No, we want a map.
No, we don't want to change it. All right, so
Perhaps now. Okay, if you're asking about the map, he can absolutely. He will tell you that the goblins themselves didn't keep them, but they did keep a copy of the sewers in town hall. You could probably get a map of the sewers
Did we
in
search?
town hall.
Did we search the goblin that's underneath there? We just searched the backpack and all that shit, didn't we?
You found it.
We found it. What's in the backpack, Jay?
You go back there.
Wait, you're the one that did you take the backpack and stuff off of the
No, we just saw it.
No, he just saw it.
I'd say you take it.
yeah, let's go back. Let's rummage through.
Rummage.
Rummage.
Yeah.
Rummage. We're rummaging. This is the face of someone who knows that now we're rummaging.
What is your alignment, Steve?
I'm good.
It's okay.
They're goblins, but they're still dead bodies that have not been.
Oh, I totally go with them. I have no problems whatsoever. I loot for sure.
I'll take the body back to the throne room.
I go to Lutesville, Ontario.
Carl, you find
Yeah.
3 cop.
3 cup. I don't even can't even see me on there. Oh shit! I'm gonna fall off the chair.
3.
I can't even see it.
I
3
wouldn't lie to
copper.
you,
It's
it's
not
3.
even worth me looking at it. For 3
You
copper.
find a whole pile of goblin bones,
Oh.
a handkerchief that is still crusted.
Is
The
it
only part that isn't falling apart from moisture and mildew is the crusted, juicy center, the goblin nugget.
Is it emblazed with any first and last name kind of shit, so I can have a side quest and return it?
No, you think it was once a pant leg.
Oh, gross. All right. What else? What else I got? Where's the useful item that will help us beat this map?
There's got to be something in this house. What's down that corridor over there?
Is there? It is one-eyed
I
Willie.
wanted you guys. There's a lot of things that. So, okay, let's call the actual. You guys are done for today, but I just want to say there are a lot of class abilities that people have. They are not.
Do you want to identify any of the items in the bag? Get that over with.
So you identify your items.
Yeah, identify 3 copper. Oh, those ones.
Yeah. You do that. So people have for example, the text good and evil. You've been using speak with plants, which I didn't think anyone was going to do, because there's a lot of information that can be gleaned with plants, and there was.
I don't.
The idea to use tree stride, that was something I was thinking that someone may or may not do, because that allows you to get a bird's eye view of the city and register this location kind of in regards to the above ground, right?
I don't have detect. I have protection from it. I don't have.
So the fact that you're not feeling it, like, even though it can't get pushed out of the way, you would be aware of its presence, right?
Yeah.
If it was evil, you wouldn't be able to approach it.
I never approached it.
Well, you walk through this doorway right behind it.
Oh.
Yeah, but you also didn't cast a spell.
Yeah.
So
Am I still way up
you
here?
can use your channel
No.
divinity. Look under your channel divinity
Am I still
uses.
visible?
Do I have that?
You have channel divinity. You're a paladin, my friend.
We all back in the main chamber now?
If that's what you want. That's what you want to be.
Going back to before we continue any further, we've kind of figured that part out, right?
So
And now we're talking about
this
the
spell, this throne can be used to banish whatever it is that people want. It may become useful to banish this area from dragons, to have it so that dragons can't come in here, but maybe not today.
And again, that's just like, oh, they physically can't get in here.
Right, oozes, but this is at least, there's corners and corridors and stuff, right? It's
I don't
tight
have.
quarters,
I don't
big
have
dragons.
channel divinity because I didn't take oath of the ancients.
No, you still don't have Channel Divinity.
No, Channel Divinity is underneath the Oath of Ancients.
No, go in the Paladin section.
I'm in the Paladin.
No, you're in the Oath.
Oh,
Ocean.
oh,
So does Rama
Yes,
come
but
back and report to us at this point?
The Channel Divinity class feature. 100% have it.
So Rama's back too, and everyone.
Well, you guys
just
are,
going to-
yeah, we'll
You can,
we'll
yeah.
regroup.
So we'll say that Rama's back as well, and that turtle. Yeah. Tell us Turtle Man's back as well.
Did you
All
take
right.
Oath of Devotion?
All right. So it's
Yeah,
safe if you wanted to do it now.
And you have
we can
that.
get that over with. It'll probably take
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Right, but I just want
Yeah.
like a lot of cool things that can be used for. One of them is like knowing the location of certain creature types, like fiends and undead and dragons.
Oh, we would know that.
Yeah, Channel Divinity, Paladin.
Oh, you're talking about Channel Divinity. I thought you were talking about some more abilities of this throne. I was like, I was pretty sure the throne would just.
No,
command
it banishes.
Oh, well, when I was reading the Sacred Oath, I didn't need. Like, I thought this part only is underneath this Channel Divinity because it's under the Oath of the Ancients.
Nope.
Everything that the Oath under
You can- that's on top
goes
of-
right to here.
That's on top of your other Channel Divinity from the class.
Okay, I never had that written down. Okay.
Yeah, your channel under class features.
Yeah, or
It's
Sacred
all this
Oath.
page.
It's on page 85.
So
Yeah.
Oath spells. Divine Sense. Sorry, not Channel Divinity. Divine Sense. The presence of strong evil registers as noxious odor and good rings like having music in your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your turn, you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type, celestial fiend or undead, or any being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. Within the same range, you also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallow spell.
So, Divine Sense over here.
Yeah, sorry. The other one, Channel Divinity, that's the Paladin, that's the cleric.
Oh, okay.
Channel Divinity is under Paladin.
Oh, is it where? Where's it?
Under the Sacred Oaths.
And say-
There's Oath of Ancients. There's
Right, so in the Oath of the Ancients, what does it say that you
Oath of the Ancients says that
Nature's
Channel
Wrath,
Divinity.
Turn the Faithless.
Yeah. There it is. So,
Again, under each of the different oaths,
on spectrum
you
lines,
have different channel
Yep.
divinity abilities.
Yeah.
With that particular subclass.
but Divine Sense is what I was talking about.
Okay.
Divine Sense is what I was talking about. So you would have known if you took the action to do it, you would know that this throne has actually been consecrated, not desecrated, as much as goblins can. Right? The fact that goblins are even able to get lodestone down here tells you that they had powerful friends, which the party knows from before in the quest when Aurora had she
She knew, yeah.
like she was had a goblin, was a nursemaid, and her father, who's really high up in the Mages Guild, like knew the goblins and whatnot. So, yeah. So if you again, if you use
So
tree stride
isn't my Divine Sense just constantly going?
As an
or do I have
action.
to say it as an action?
It's just, yeah, and then
Oh,
there's
as an action, you can.
this is your Channel Divinity, Divine Sense.
Down. Yeah. Wait, down. Right, up. Right.
Divine
more.
Sense. What's up?
It doesn't say that.
You set your presence. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, so for the next 6 seconds, you know the location of anything around that or anything around.
Well, darn, I think we're running out of batteries again.
Well, we're pretty much done with my thing, unless people are going to do. It's getting late, so if people were going to do that stuff, I could post it to the chat. That's what they find. But let's go over this equipment while we do.
All right, cool. Do you want to give me the charging cord again? Just so we have it.
Isn't it right here?
Right there.
Oh, nice. All right, sweet. So I can actually just get it done right now. All right, so I mean, you can break out and start doing the equipment.
Sword belt, gem crystal, boots, talisman, greater demon tooth.
So this was just basically story based because last game was so heavily.
Well, again, last game I said I wanted people to have all their stats and all their stuff laid out so that they know where it is and get familiar with how the numbers to add. Saying like this
Wow,
is like
4%. Damn.
there was a lot of stuff.
If you need them, here, take them. Here, you're good.
You want to go back to it?
What else do you need?
So I wanted to see if people actually like knew what their things are because I don't want to like be suggesting and basically doing all the things. Like people should know what their basic mechanics of their character are.
I did end up getting my spells. I picked them.
That's cool. That's awesome. And it's not like a criticism. It just makes the game flow faster. This was like
No, it's fair. I just didn't get around to it. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, that's cool. You're not the only one. It's not like homework, right? Like, but you guys also know that currently you have this area to use as a base, and it's only 20 minutes to where the water started to flood. But no one went that way and sensed did anything down there.
So I have Edvard's tentacles. I've got Sunbeam,
Yeah,
Polymorph, and Countered Spell.
counter spell. Yeah,
I think those are good choices.
yep. Yeah, Varus Black Tentacles is cool. Really cool.
Yes, and Sunbeam seems it was the only like radiant damage spell, and I could see that becoming useful at some point in the future. If not now, then later.
Yep.
Would have been good last campaign.
Yep. So you have four scrolls of identify remaining.
Yes.
So
Correct.
we have a sword, a belt, we have a gem, crystal, boots, a talisman, and a greater demon tooth. The sword we know is evil. That's what he's supposed for. Yes.
So it's straight up a sword of evil. +4.
Sword of evil. +4. It does what?
That's what you know about right now. You'll have to hold it.
Okay. And the belt?
It's a belt of enfeeblement. If you were to actually have put it on, you would become enfeebled.
What's enfeebled?
It basically makes you super weak.
Cursed.
And I
Yeah.
assume it's hard to take off.
Does it do anything else?
Cursed.
Yeah, it's cursed.
Does it do anything else though? It's cursed. It's just a belt that's cursed.
It's a belt that's cursed, so you can't take it off. That casts enfeeblement on you while you're wearing it.
Now,
So it's a
But I would be
negative.
immune to it. So like what?
No, you probably wouldn't be immune to this.
he's immune to being. I think he might be immune to curses.
Yeah, I'm immune to curses.
Well, I don't
Well,
know.
then you personally,
If it
wouldn't
does
do
anything else,
other
No.
people it would do something to, but not you
But
personally.
it's handy to have
no,
put
that would just
around
mean,
someone else.
No, that would mean he'd still be able to be enfeebled, but he could take the
Take
belt
it
off
off. Yeah,
again.
yeah.
So you'd still be under the effects of enfeeblement, but you'd be able to remove the belt, whereas other people couldn't just.
but it doesn't
remove
do
it.
anything
And it
else.
enfeebles you.
That's it. No, there's nothing positive about it.
Okay.
That's a
There's
good thing to
nothing
put on
positive
someone.
about it.
Yeah, gem
Yeah.
crystal. Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
The gem.
Yeah.
All right. As you examine the gem and you cast identify on it, once again you feel that same kind of a pull, and you find yourself back in Lord General Jarkel's throne room. Except this time, you notice that it is actually Bebop who is on the throne with Xerxes next to him. And he says, I knew it was just a matter of time before you returned, and you bested me, and you have earned your prize. I think that Rama already knows what to do, and he gestures towards his scabbard, where there are the 4 slots within it. And he says, were you to give me back my collection, I would ensure it's worth your time. I'll give you 10 chances to do it properly, and you can have your selection of truly a magnificent item instead of this demon waste that does you no good above ground. But I do enjoy my own personal collection. So what do I do? So there's the scabbard in front of you.
Yep.
It has 4 different positions in the scabbard. You have the 4 swords He says, I will give you a golden coin will be placed down when you have one of them in the correct position. So here's
So how do
the
I?
sword. So you can
So,
put them
hold
in
on.
the,
When
you
we
can
went-
put them in the order that you want them in.
When we went, you remember you wrote down all the spots.
I wrote down.
You wrote down the spots, but that doesn't necessarily mean those were the correct positionings of these.
Now I'm just going to point out that the scabbards, the swords, are all vastly different shapes.
But the scabbards are all the same shape. And they will only conform when you put the sword in, then it like kind of zips around it.
So it's
So I'll let you guys decide what order you want to do it in.
you have 10 chances.
You have 10 chances. And when you put it down, I will represent using gold. If
It's
you
just
have
the
it.
order, right? You're just looking for an order.
Yeah, put them in an order, and then I will tell you not which ones are in the right position. It'll be like mastermind kind of.
Okay. There, 4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1. He throws one gold coin down.
Which one?
It doesn't represent which one. That's one try.
4, 3, 3, 1.
4, 4, 2, 3, 1.
Yeah.
He takes the coin away again.
Okay. So
That's two.
one of these is right. Two, 3, 4, 1.
2, 3, 4, 1.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
He
Don't
puts
waste
one
it.
coin down.
What?
The
You
other-
have 10 chances.
Yeah, I know, but you only moved
That's
two of them.
three.
And you only had one right. So if you moved another one somewhere, you could have
Well-
done more.
That's 3.
2, 3, 1, 4.
2, 3, 1, 4.
3's right.
Oh, the 2 is supposed to be right as well. Sorry, buddy. Actually, that's the right combination.
Okay, see? That's why I only moved two.
It only mattered
That's
that
why
one.
I only moved
It only
two,
mattered
right?
that one time. It only mattered that one time. But you got it. You got it. All right. So once you put the swords back in the correct order, Lord General Jarkeld smiles. He says, "You have done well, and I do appreciate a good battle. You may choose." And he gestures.
And basically what ends up happening here is that a wall sort of opens and you can't look directly into it. There is light. And he says, let your greatest wishes be fulfilled. One item will be yours. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to write down like your top 3 items that you'd be looking for, and then give them to Adam, and Adam will choose a quest appropriate item for you. But
Sword devotion.
there's one item. Yeah, you can add that on. That can be one of the 3. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
You could all toss a sword.
not go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, you could toss that into the
Sword
mix
devotion.
as to what you want. So, I mean, you could throw Sword Devotion there, and Adam will choose one item to give back to you guys as your reward. And
that
Lord
worked,
General
Steve?
Jorkel now says,
the elephant was right.
and Lord General Jorkel says, "It was a pleasure, and I'm sure that we shall meet again one day. Believe me, we shall. Enjoy the situation you happen to be in now.
It's a situation.
You have nothing to do but to crush the gem, and you will be returned to whence you came."
I have a plan for that.
So yeah, give me a list of 3.
All right. So you guys can create your list and give it to the DM. You crush the gem. You are back
3 items that we
to where you were.
May want, and then I pick. Here's
Yeah.
your money back.
Obviously.
Are you doing taking
All
my?
right,
Are you
guys.
doing taking my throne?
Oh
away?
yeah, sorry, throw. Red Tail Rogues. Here we go. Until next week or next whenever it ends up being.
Know
RTR.
your character.
Know your character. Write down those stats. Nice setup, Adam. GG's. GG's indeed, good sir.
So you know that this place can be made a safe spot from whatever you choose.
RTR. We are out.
If you guys were to